हेलो। हाय। चलो मैं चलती हूँ, देखती हूँ थोड़ी देर बाद अगर चलता है तो मैं आ जाऊँगी। आई जॉइन यू 1 hour। आफ्टर 1 hour आई ट्राई अगेन। आई एम नॉट श्योर, आई डोंट नो लाइक किधर है टू बी ऑनेस्ट, पर भी लाइक एक बार मैं आ जाऊँगी, चेक करना है। ओके ओके बाय। हेलो। हाय गाइस। हाय निमी, हाय प्रांजल, हाय लालविन। कोई हमसे जीत ना पाए, चले चलो। अच्छा या यू विन। और कौन है? हाय ओली। Hasn't completed. No, no, Shashank. No, I did not. Hi, hashtag. Hi, Anuj. Hi, Nupin. Hi, Akash. How are you? Hi, Sneaky. Please don't spam early. Thank you. Guys, giveaway का result and announce tomorrow only. So जिसने भी like comment हमें नहीं डाला है, so डाल के आ जाओ. I'll roll it on my stream tomorrow. कल stream पे करूँगी roll. बाकी मेरे वैलो तो चल नहीं रहा है, that's why I'm playing GI today. And yeah, I'll have to keep a track like how my PC is working right now. Thank you, Nemi. How are you doing? मोशन ब्लर बंद कर दो। हाँ यार, मोशन ब्लर बंद कर देते हैं, ज़्यादा लोड ना ले। ग्राफिक्स वी सिंक से तो कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता ना। एक्सट्रीम हाई लो कर देती हूँ ना। क्राउड डेंसिटी हाई, कोऑप टीम इफेक्ट्स। आई डोंट नो बाकी तो क्या करूँ क्या नहीं करूँ। FPS तो 60 ही रहेगा। ओके, मोशन ब्लर कर दिया मैंने। आई विल बी बैक बाय 12। वाई, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? आज लेट तक रुकोगे, जल्दी चले जाओगे? मछली यहाँ नहीं मिलती है आई थिंक। फिशिंग रॉड वाली मछली पकड़ रहे थे क्या तुम? ओ, मेरे को ये अभी करना पड़ेगा ना बिफोर लाइक बिफोर वो नया वाला आ जाए, तो पहले ये कर लेती हूँ। हाय अनवर, हाउ आर यू? अच्छा, एल R4 कर लो, एनफ है। नहीं करूँगी, R5 करूँगी। व्हाई नॉट R5 मैन?
What is the situation?
ये राइडन शोगन को लाती हुआ ना मेरे गेम अटक जाता है। लास्ट टाइम भी राइडन शोगन का अल्ट अल्ट मार रही थी, इसके वजह से मेरा क्या बोलते हैं क्रैश कर गया था गेम। R4 के लिए एनफ मछली है। अच्छा ओके। प्ले न्यू इवेंट, कम ऑन। नो, आई हैव टू डू दिस फर्स्ट। और शैल आई डू द न्यू इवेंट टुडे? ये क्विक स्वैप कौन से बटन से करते हैं? 1 2 3 4। I am doing super chat, but it is not going any problem with it. I don't know, Deepak. Maybe try again some later, 10-15 minutes, or some other way to do it. Spiral Abyss 12-3 clear when? I don't know. किधर जाना है मेरे को? यहाँ जाना है। ग्राफिक सेटिंग्स लोअर कर दो यार, लिटरली देखती हूँ मैं। अब बिना हाई में खेले मज़ा नहीं आता। इट फील्स लाइक आई एम प्लेइंग ऑन मोबाइल नाउ एंड आई हेट इट। हाय डॉक ऑब्लिवियन, व्हाट्सअप मैन? मिको वो कैटर शो करोगे आज स्ट्रीम पे? या आई विल डू दैट। और लोगों को आने दो, देन आई शो यू गाइस अ स्पेशल गेस्ट। न्यू इवेंट 5-6 स्ट्रीम लगेगा, बड़ा है। 9 days left. ये कह रहा है 5 stream. The presence here saying 1-2 hours. What shall we do? Oh, I forgot to put the poll, guys. Like कर देना. Hi Akhilesh, welcome to stream, man. Miku will show a cat. Yeah, I'll show when regular people come. Temperature is fine. 68 degrees, I think. It's good now. But मेरा Valorant नहीं चल रहा, and one of my hard disk, like 2-3 बार CPU open करा ना, one of my hard disk isn't working, and probably Valorant उस वाले hard disk में था, so it's not working. But 68 degrees है, that's good. 95 नहीं जा रहा. Volume वगैरह सही है. I mean easiest अब still now use sucrose and venti है ना. I till now use sucrose and venti है ना. I don't have venti. I did not build sucrose. Hi Ashwini, how are you?
Illusion shattered.
I will have order.
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
I don't like using Shao card. Like बचा के रखती हूँ मैं एकदम. ऐसी मजा आता है मेरे को तो. बॉटम फ्रैग नहीं किया बस. दोनों अकाउंट में मैं आज एक बार में किया. मैक्स 3 hours में हो जाएगा. चलो फिर आज ही कर लूँ क्या? मेरे को वैसे चासम एक्सप्लोर करना था, बट दैट्स ओके. वो एक यहाँ पे ये रह गया है, मेरे ज़रा वो लेके आऊँ क्या? इससे होगा? ये रहा उसको मारते, समुराई को मारते हैं. व्हाट आर्टिफैक्ट्स यू यूजिंग ऑन शाओ? 2 piece ग्लैड और 2 piece वीवी.
Let me try my blade. Stabilize. This isn't over.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
यार मेरी
quality here.
मेरी राइडन शोगन के पास क्रिट डैमेज है भी नहीं, पता है. एंड स्टिल लाइक शी स्कोर्ड. R3 है एंड टैलेंट लेवल 8 है, एंड देन आर्टिफैक्ट एट्रीब्यूट्स दिखा देती है. इट्स लाइक 46 and 98% ओनली, बट शी इज स्टिल गुड. हाय सामी, मेरे को पीसी पे जे इजी है और मोबाइल. यार टू बी ऑनेस्ट आई डोंट प्ले ऑन मोबाइल, सॉरी पीसी मच. तो मोबाइल पे मेरे को पहले डिफ़िकल्ट लगता था, बट अब आसान हो गया. इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक आप तो BGMI प्लेयर है तो आपको और आसान लगेगा मोबाइल पे नेविगेट करना. तो मेरे को मोबाइल पे दिक्कत नहीं आती, अब हो जाता है. हेलो, हाउस योर पीसी? इट्स वर्किंग नाउ. कुछ केबल्स वगैरह रीअरेंज कराए थे जैसे. पहले वो थर्मल टेक का जो कूलर लगा रखा है ना, इट वाज लाइक नॉट शोइंग रीडिंग. वो जो CPU फैन 1 करके था ना, इवन दो आई हैव अ कूलर, लिक्विड कूलर, CPU फैन 1 पे 0 दिखा रहा था. दैट वाज अंडरस्टैंडेबल. पंप ऑन था, बट देन अब आई डोंट नो व्हाट माय फादर डिड, बट अब CPU फैन 1 भी दिखा रहा है, पंप भी दिखा रहा है. एंड आई डोंट नो which fan it's talking about, but yeah, whatever. Hi Ashway, what's up man? यार ये इसका पर्पस मेरे को आज तक समझ नहीं आया. I skipped a little part, so what the fuck you actually do there? Like इसके अंदर क्या होता है ये? Yeah, I'm not playing with anyone, sorry. I'm gonna do my quest and events. Hi Vasu, can you help me beat Raiden? वो सब आपको सोलो में करना होता है. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो सोलो में ही होता है। सैमी C0 राइडन है ना, C3 C4 इज गोल्ड लेवल। अच्छा मैं तो भूल गई हूँ पता पीसी पे खेलना, मेरे को मोबाइल की आदत हो गई है ना। कुछ नहीं, कॉलेज के रिकॉर्ड्स के बहुत पीछे दबा हूँ। I never really understood it, but never mind. कमीशंस कर लो, देन मैं आज इवेंट ही कर रही हूँ। कोई मॉड है क्या चैट में? टाइटल चेंज कर दोगे? इवेंट का नाम बता देना। हाय मयूरेश, कैसा गया आज का दिन? यार आज का दिन कुछ किया नहीं एक्सेप्ट फॉर लाइक टेकिंग केयर ऑफ माय लिटिल कैटो एंड 30 FPS पे नहीं खेल सकते प्रेजेंस यार। हाय अदनान, I'm okay. How are you? Hi ST Gamer, Irodori Festival. Hi Zarila. How are you guys? बीडो फ्री में कैसे खोलते हैं? फ्री में बीडो? यार मेरे को तो फ्री में नहीं मिली थी। Cronus, I don't know. Ask someone in the chat, they might know. शिंचा फ्री में मिलेगा। और बीडो शायद वो इवेंट में आई थी ना लास्ट टाइम। 4 स्टार कैरेक्टर्स आए थे इनर कह रहे हो लियू है के, जिसमें से आप कोई भी आप फ्री में ले सकते थे, तो मैंने शिंचा लिया था। आई एम स्टक एट एडवेंचर लेवल 35। वाई यू प्ले मल्टीप्लेयर? नॉट रिलीज। आई कोड जेंशन इम्पैक्ट अंटिल देयर इज मिको रेरन। अच्छा फेवरेट कैरेक्टर केया होता हूँ। Go to one man restaurant. Where the fuck is one man restaurant? One man restaurant तो यहाँ था, wasn't it? I mean उसको क्या सात समुंदर पार लियो भेज दिया तो फ्री में कुछ मिलेगा या गरीबी रहेगी? एनीवेज हाउ इज योर डे गोइंग? हाँ मिलेगा मिलेगा। कुछ कुछ ना वो इवेंट्स आते हैं जिसमें आपको फ्री में कैरेक्टर 4 स्टार कैरेक्टर आप क्लेम कर सकते हो। जैसे इस बार आप इस वाले उसमें आप शिंचो क्लेम कर सकते हो, तो मेरा C3 हो जाएगा। आएगा कमिंग नेक्स्ट बैनर विल यू पुल फॉर? अरे हाँ अबाउट दैट आई मीन मेरी लाइक ऑलमोस्ट पिटी बिल्ड हो गई है सिंस आई थिंक 50 पुल्स हो चुके हैं एंड मेरे को आया तो नहीं मिला। तो अगर जैसे जैसे प्रीमोज इकट्ठा होता है, अगर मिल गया अच्छी बात है, नहीं मिला तब भी अच्छी बात है। आया का किले पेटी हो जाएगी, बट देन आया का कंफर्म नहीं है। आया का मेरी 50-50 होगी। 48 पुल्स हो गए हैं टोटल। सो अभी तक तो नहीं मिला है, अब 60 70 80 तक जाने के लिए, क्योंकि 77 75 पे मिलते हैं मेरे को यूजुअली। हाय गेमोपीडिया व्हाट्सअप। I also have job. Kea के साथ friendship level. I don't play with him. I did not build him. Presence 4 star character. I just like him. I like his personality. I like how he looks. वैसे मैं होता हूँ build करा है. You gonna lose 50-50. अच्छा. I don't care. Because मेरे पास मोना के अलावा कोई भी कैरेक्टर नहीं है ना, standard character. So if I get Jean, that's nice. Go to Juven Chili and give the अच्छा। Oh god, I don't have. Holy shit, I don't have this. कहाँ से लाऊँ मैं? मच्छी पकड़नी पड़े, मच्छी कह रही हूँ। Where do I get here? टिमी के पास जाऊँगा? टिमी की कबूतर मारना है। Hi random earth, hi Acro, I'm good, how are you? इवेंट करो बिफोर आया तो बिट्स बाय। बिफोर आया तो बिट्स बाय। या आई गॉट 20 इंजीन इन 3 पुल्स। वाओ नाइस है। चलो थोड़ी देर में आता। ओके ओके। मोना एंड डिलुक इज ओके, अदर इज जस्ट वेस्ट। आया तो इज रियली गुड विद चेट कटर, दैट्स नाइस। हाँ तो मेरे पास स्टैंडर्ड कैरेक्टर के बस एक ही है। आई लॉस्ट ओनली 150-50। अरे चिड़िया को मारना था यार। वो कैरेक्टर लेकर आओ क्या? आई डोंट नो हाउ टू किल दैट। कैन यू शो योर होता एट्रिब्यूट्स? हाँ यस श्योर।
Oh, is it time for me to join you?
खा गई मेरी। विशाल कहाँ गई?
Behold, the princess.
एक मारने के लिए मैं इतना दूर आई. Just do ulti all that one shot. मेरे को टेम्परेचर चेक. या इट्स गुड, इट्स गुड. वर्क कर रहा है. अभी दोबारा करो क्या? ड्रैगन सेंटर ओपन करके. मॉनिटर 68 डिग्रीज राइट नाउ. 68 है, ठीक है. इट्स फाइन. मेरा एक हार्ड डिस्क काम करना बंद कर दिया. अब दोबारा खुलवाना पड़ेगा. कल माय फादर इज टायर्ड ऑफ मी. $68, $67, that's nice. मेरे मैसेजेस डिलीट हो जा रहे हैं. हाँ भाई जी आई प्ले. हाउस योर डे बेन? मत पूछो बेकार यार. जी आई खेल रहे बिकॉज वैलो नहीं चल रहा. आई वांटेड टू प्ले वैलो टुडे. Use Sayu if you have for hunting those pigeons and alloy. अच्छा. No, I'm not really hunting. Like I don't really make food or something. ज़्यादा होगा नहीं, कमी पड़ेगी तो मैं फिर उस पे लगा दूँगी. What do you call it? Expedition पे. Rio, come here. इधर आओ. Good boy. Who wants to see Rio? I'll show Rio. Hi Chiranjeev, what's up man? How are you doing? You're gonna pull for Ayaya. Yes, Ayaya, yes. यार मेरे को ना पुल के लिए मत पूछा करो बिकॉज लिटरली मैं एक सिंगल पुल करती हूँ. प्लीज डोंट आस्क मी इफ आई एम पुलिंग फॉर एनीथिंग और नॉट बिकॉज मैं हर बैनर में पुल करती हूँ एंड आई हैव लाइक 0 प्रीमोज ऑल द टाइम. आई डू सिंगल पुल्स मैन. बचा के नहीं रखा मैंने 4 सालों से. आई एम नॉट इवन प्लेइंग फॉर दैट लॉन्ग. Okay. Yeah, so don't ask me what I'm pulling for. All good, आप बताओ. मैं भी ठीक ठाक हूँ. चलता हूँ. गुड नाइट. लाइक करने जा रहा है तो जल्दी से रियो दिखाओ. रियो दिखाती हूँ. वेट. रियो. This is Rio, guys. He's a cutie patootie.
May the glory of the princessin bring light
Or
to
like
this world.
I made friends with him within like 5 seconds. We're best friends. ये मेरे neighbor का बिल्ला है. So I'm just taking care while they're away. Angry Birds Rio. हाँ, Angry Birds Rio. इसका Rio नाम है. Look at him. So like मेरे साथ ही सोता है ये and we're like best friends right now. Rio. Hi. Persians are like so calm. Like मेरे जो stray cats थे वो तो इतना उधम मचाते थे. And he's pretty nice. Like they eat less, they shit
I
less.
do worry about the
And,
well-being of my retinue during my
he's like very
impromptu
polite
absence.
and
I'm sure the good people of
Cute.
the Adventurers Guild are
Persian है
absolutely
मेरे को.
fine
हाँ.
in Foilai.
Persian है. Why you haven't pulled on the beginners banner? Because I can't save 8 interfeit. Persians are software, काफी ज़्यादा lazy. बिल्ला तो है, smart है, streamer के साथ भी है.
You can find everything and anything.
He's nice.
I hear the voice of fate.
वीडियो का
Speaking
weapon
my
बोले तो
name
क्या
in
लगा?
humble
मच्छी वाला weapon.
supplication.
मच्छी बनी उसमें बड़ी सी. वो लगाओ. Flashback आ गया मुझे. अरे भाई. He's like so cute and मेरे साथ ही सोता है. He hangs out. Rio Rio.
You can find everything.
मेरे को भी एक पर्सन चाहिए but my mom is not allowing me. Hi Meet. He's biting me, but he's like हल्का सा bite कर रहा है. It's not पकड़ के
I
तेज से
created another
गुस्से वाला bite.
universe and
निम्मी तो
founded
भाई खून
paradise.
निकाल देती
For
थी एकदम.
I,
She didn't give
Fischl,
a shit
and the
and she would
princess
bite
and
me.
different.
एकदम तेज. Hi Sam. How are you? इसकी तो म्याऊ की आवाज़ भी नहीं आती. चलो जा.
I do worry about the well-being of
he's,
my
like,
retinue
chilling
during
over
my
there.
impromptu
तो मैं वहाँ पे मैंने पता अपना
absence.
I'm
dolls
sure
का
the good
एक,
people of the
plank
Adventurers
रखा हुआ है.
Guild
मैंने
are
अपने
absolutely
stuffed
fine
toys
in
का
Foila.
stand बना दिया है. And then he was also sitting over there. Is he Rio de Janeiro? Yeah, that's it. Stuffed toys are so realistic. It's even moving. Yeah,
I
and he
created
was like
another
sleeping over
universe
there
and
only.
founded paradise.
Stuffed toys
For
के
I,
बीच में.
Fischl, and the
छोड़
princess
दो रे
and
अब
different.
घूमना पसंद है उसे. Yeah. Oh, he is watching the screen right now. रियो को डी होना दिखाओ. चलो भाई गेम खेल लेती हूँ. हाय तनिष. इसको धागा दो खेलने में खूब मज़ा आएगा. अपना अपना मस्त है वो खेल रहा है. डजंट केयर अबाउट एनीथिंग. लेकिन ना डरपोक बहुत है टू बी ऑनेस्ट. लाइक यू नो झाड़ू से डर जाता है. कोई चल रहा है उससे डर जाता है. ही गेट्स स्कैर्ड एट एवरीथिंग. मैंने बकेट ले जा रही थी तो बकेट से डर गया. लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू से दिस टर्म बट लाइक पर्शियन कैट्स बहुत फटक होते हैं. I am sick so not gonna stay. Okay, get well soon, Tanish man. Enjoy your weekend. I mean, like, not really, but get well soon. Hi, Siam. So custard the Rio. What? You're AR. I'm AR 55.
Conquering demons is what I do.
What a time waste doing commissions.
Useless.
Another Inazumas. What are you doing? What do you want? वो लाइट देख रहा है पीसी पे. he is liking it. Is there anyone who has heard the poem of Tale of the Custard Dragon? No, I did not. That's why I couldn't understand what you're saying. हो गए क्या कॉम्स मेरे? यहाँ कौन सा कमीशन दे दिया इन्होंने? मैं अपने पर्शियन कैट को घुमाने ले गया था घोड़े पे. डरा नहीं वो. That's nice. घोड़े पे आप बिल्ली को घुमा रहे थे. I mean like फ्रेजाइल से होते हैं. You know मेरा like मेरे जो स्ट्रे बिल्लियाँ थी वो like कहीं भी फेंक दो और like उनको डर नहीं लगता था किसी चीज़ से and all that. Defeat all opponents. किधर? अच्छा. अरे बाप रे ये कौन सा आ गया? corrosion वाला. बाबू.
I'm going in. Time to go.
Useless.
आपके पास तो अच्छे 5 स्टार्स हैं या मेरे पास बहुत बहुत अच्छा कलेक्शन है, बहुत अच्छा कलेक्शन है मेरे पास। हाय टेड्रो, थैंक्स फॉर टेकिंग मेंबरशिप, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? मैंने आपका नाम सही लिया इस बार, आई फील गुड। माइन 10 आइटम्स, यूज टोटल ऑफ 150 ओरिजिनल रेजन्स। माइन 10 आइटम्स, 10 आइटम्स। माइनिंग करने किधर जाऊँ, क्या समझाऊँ? मेरा फेवरेट स्पॉट ऑफ माइनिंग ना इट्स समवेयर एल्स। अगर सब स्टोरी क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट हो जाने के बाद डेली कॉम्स को कंटिन्यू करवाना है तो इन्हीं को करने के लिए रहेगा ही नहीं। हाँ या राइट, यू आर राइट, एब्सोल्युटली राइट।
Add as. Thank you for. Add as.
मैं तो मोरा ही कलेक्ट करती हूँ, आई डोंट कलेक्ट एनीथिंग एल्स। Would you wear maid dress? I mean, if you sponsor, yeah, I wanted to. मैंने cosplay के लिए costume बनाया था, मतलब order दिया था, but it's stuck in China. I don't know, there's some issue, so I don't know if I'll get it or not. It is quite expensive. But maid dress तो like India में मिल जाता है, Indian sellers के पास. I don't need to import it. Hi Rockstar, what's up? Ma'am, floor 12 clear कर दो. No, I don't want to do it. I want to do the quest. I don't want to do the abyss thing right now. I'm not. I want to do the story. I play this game for story, not to show off my damage. So yeah. मोरा सेट किए हो या मोरा की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी। एक्सपेडिशन रिवॉर्ड्स कलेक्ट करो, हो जाएगा मिशन। मैंने मोरा पे सेट करा है, सुनो।
Solidify.
लार्वेन यार मच्छी पकड़ने से अच्छा कॉम सी कर देता। मेरे को लगा मैंने कर लिया है आज का, मैंने जीआई खोला ही नहीं लग रहा फिर। हाय पॉइजन, व्हाट्स अप? मेरी मेंबरशिप रिमूव करने का। अरे बहुत सारे लोग का एक्सपायर हो गया, लाइक अराउंड 10 पीपल का कल एक्सपायर हो गया था। आई डिड नॉट स्ट्रीम वन डे, तो या आई थिंक मोर देन दैट एक्सपायर हो गया है। आएगी तो चीची ही है इस बैनर में, तो आई डाउट आएगी, बट लेट्स सी। तो चलो मैं चाजम का कोई डेंसलेफ वाला क्वेस्ट ना करूँ क्या? मैं क्या बोलता है, इवेंट करूँ? समवन टोल्ड मी लाइक इवेंट में ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा, सो ये इवेंट करूँ क्या? पीसी स्पेस और लैपटॉप पीसी। आपके होता का डैमेज काफ़ी लो है, आपको पसंद नहीं है क्या होता? नहीं, मैंने ज़्यादा बिल्ड नहीं कर रहा यार। आप लोग लाइक बहुत लंबे टाइम से खेल रहे होंगे ना, बट मेरे को ये नवंबर में मिली है, और लाइक मैंने नवंबर में डेली खेलना स्टार्ट किया था, रेगुलर खेलना। तो लाइक ये इतने सारे कैरेक्टर बिल्ड करना आसान नहीं है ना विद इन लाइक शॉर्ट पीरियड। तो मेरे को होता जितनी बिल्ड हुई मैंने कर ली। वेपन इसको ब्लैक क्लिफ पोल दिया है, उसके बाद फिर मेरे को शाओ, शोंगली, राइडन अभी प्रॉपर्ली बिल्ड नहीं है ना। आप लोग कंपेयर मत करो खुद से, आप लोग 1-2 साल से खेल रहे हो, सो यू हैव बिल्ट एवरीथिंग, यू हैव टाइम फॉर दैट। मेरे को क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करना, स्टोरी कंप्लीट करना, एक कैरेक्टर का बिल्ड करना है, सो इट्स लाइक इट टेक्स टाइम टू डू इट, यू नो। रेजन 160 मिलता है एक दिन में, सो सो बिल्ड की बात नहीं है, पसंद की बात नहीं है। पसंद मेरे को है। आर्टिफैक्ट फार्मिंग सबसे मुश्किल होता है क्रिम्सन वाला, क्रिम्सन विच ऑफ फ्लेम्स फार्म करना। हाय नितिन, मेरी फर्स्ट 5 स्टार होता थी तो मेरे को भी ये नवंबर में मिली थी, इस नवंबर लाइक लास्ट ईयर ओनली। सो फिर उसके बाद ये कैरेक्टर्स मिल गए, सबको बिल्ड करना इंपॉर्टेंट है। सो लाइक मेरे कैरेक्टर मोस्टली बिल्ड है, वह भी AR-55 हुई थी। ओके मीत, ओके, वेरी नाइस, गुड फॉर यू मैन। टैम शाओ का सिग्नेचर वेपन है ना? हाँ, शाओ का सिग्नेचर वेपन है, बट आई प्ले अदर गेम्स इज़ वेल मीत। आई एम नॉट अ GI फ्रीक जो पूरे दिन बैठ के GI खेलती रहती है। सो आई प्ले लॉट ऑफ अदर गेम्स इज़ वेल। सो जितना मेरे को टाइम मिला उसके हिसाब से मैंने बिल्ड करा है. प्लीज डोंट जज मी ऑन दैट. और लाइक अपने आप से कंपेयर करना तो इट्स वेरी बैड थिंग. कितने गेम्स के अकाउंट रिव्यू करो. नो आई एम नॉट डूइंग अकाउंट रिव्यू. इवेंट कर रही हूँ आज मैं. ओके बहुत बड़ा इवेंट है. नेवर माइंड. हाय सोल, हाउ आर यू? सोल क्रेटस मेरे से पहले खेल रहा था एंड इट डजंट प्ले मच, दैट्स व्हाई हिज कैरेक्टर्स इन बिल्ड. थैंक यू रॉकस्टार. आपका मेन डीपीएस कौन है अभी? शाह होता. शाह पे भी मैंने एफर्ट नहीं डाला है. मैंने 2-2 महीने बैठ के फार्म नहीं करा उसका. मैंने 3-4 मैंने बेरली 10 या 20 रन करे होंगे आर्टिफैक्ट के, और उसी में मैंने उसको आर्टिफैक्ट दे दिया जो ठीक लगा. आई मीन ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने उसके बैठ के फार्मिंग कर रही और एनीथिंग.
Aratani and Kuroda, how are things coming along?
How are things coming along?
All the books and commission prints for Yai Publishing House were bound and sent out yesterday afternoon, Lady Yai.
Hi Edge, बहुत बड़ा इवेंट है. Okay, Meet.
Very good. And Murata?
We have already received word from Apekusu and Sailing Breeze that the materials are all in place for Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power and Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
Well done. And
I
what
wanted
about
her.
you, Onodera?
I have no alt account, I'm good. Hi Poison, thanks for taking Katos, man.
Oh, yes, Lady I. Everything is ready for the new issue release party.
You are the one who organized the plans for this release party. In other words, you are the team's fearless leader now. So please, show some confidence. Besides, there's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success. I feel quite optimistic about it. I shall specially grant you leave for the next couple of days, Onodera. Please take the opportunity to have a good rest. After all, you will be very busy on the day of the release party.
Bye, Presence.
Yes, Lady I. Thank you very much.
All right then. Is everyone clear about their assignments? Good. We're running out of time, so let's get moving. Chop chop!
मेरी chat.
Hello, little ones.
Take your time.
I
don't
take
try
it you
hard.
have received my commission.
I mean, people don't have patience. That's why I'm just saying. Damage कम है, ये कम है, artifact गंदा है. Everyone is trying to be better than everyone.
Some organizer you are! It's nearly time
Yeah,
for
तो
the
human
festival.
ears नहीं
You're
है
still
क्या?
over here
No,
ramping
she has a
things
fox
up for your
ears.
light novel business.
Fox वाले कान हैं
Shouldn't you be
इसलिए
getting
मैं
back
कान
to the Grand Narukami Shrine? You weren't thinking of dumping all the festival preparations on us,
नहीं
were
मीत
you?
नहीं मैं abyss नहीं करती. My
If
friend does
so,
it for
then
me.
you
I
can
don't do
forget
abyss
it.
myself. I'm not
I
interested to
won't
do
accept such a
this.
commission.
My,
I play this
such
game for
harsh
story.
words. It hurts to hear that
I
kind
don't
of
have
talk
time
from
for
you
that.
two.
Only
But
3
as you
months के
can
दिखा रहा है,
clearly
6 months
see,
दिखा रहा है
I'm here
Poison.
working like a dog for the festival. Yet you say I'm not doing my job. Let me ask you, little ones.
Hi Kaito.
Whoever said that the festival must involve the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Huh? But isn't that a given? This is
Show me
Inazuma
mommy
after
मेरे को.
all.
लमाओ यू मिस पाइमॉन क्या चल रहा है? अरे यार चैट में अब मेरे को डैमेज प्रूव नहीं करना गाइस. चिल करो. नेवर माइंड. बाय. शो मी मम्मी मिकू. देख तो रहे हो यहाँ पर 6 months का था.
Yes, that is true. But now that the Sokoku decree has been lifted, Inazuma is no longer the same nation that once resisted change tooth and nail. Therefore, rather than sticking to the same old traditional festival, the Yashiro Commission and I have decided to shake things up a little. This time, we'll be holding an international cultural festival.
International.
Distinctly Inazuman, but with a unique twist. I suppose I should start by telling you the origins of the Irodori Festival.
Mommy Miko bola to maine soul. What are you saying? I was talking about her only. Raiden is my mommy. Oh, I thought Miko की बात कर रहा.
Legend
मेरा भी
has it that
membership
there were
जाएगा
5
club के
poets in
बाद.
ancient Inazuma who were supremely gifted in singing and writing poetry. They are known as the Five Kason. Every year, one of the 5 would present a collection of the group's poems to the Shogun for review, which would then spark culture discussions regarding those works. Thanks to them, Inazuma's culture blossomed and gained great influence at that time. As time passed, people began creating various tales based on the Five Kason. The Irodori...
Sounds like a festival that's really rooted in culture.
Indeed. To describe it in the words of the ancients,
What is your
it'd be
AI55?
refined
Mods यार
elegance.
answer कर दो please यार.
Unfortunately, with the flow of time, people
If you're
have gradually
still in,
forgotten
like-
about the Five Kason, and which is precisely why I've decided to revive the
चलो
Irodori
सारी
Festival
बगैर दम
by...
करके job and game crashes. Nice Ryzen, very nice. मेरा game crash हो रहा है. I tried to do it, but it keeps saying reboot करो PC, reboot करो PC, reboot करो PC. 3 बार कर लिया reboot तब भी नहीं चल रहा.
Holding a cultural
So, I
convention
was like,
featuring
okay.
light novels.
But wait a minute. Light novels?
Please stop looking at me with those baffled expressions. In ancient times, poetry was all the rage, but nowadays the
Reinstall
entertainment
kar lo
format
game.
of choice is light novels. The important thing is not the format, but the creative work itself. It is impossible to
Jayesh,
come
I'm
up with
okay.
anything
How are you?
fresh
Maybe
if you're
file
stuck
corrupt
using
while
some
update.
rigid format of the past.
Yep, you're right. But अपने आप भी चल जाता है कभी-कभी थोड़ी देर बाद. So let's see. Maybe 1-2 घंटे बाद चल जाए.
Speaking of which, don't you think that the concept of focusing on the now perfectly suits the current Inazuma? And besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce Inazuma to Altavat through light novels. As they say, it's 2 birds with...
Whoa, that was close. Paimon was
Hi,
nearly
Hinata.
carried away by Miko's persuasive tongue. Come on, Miko. You can't fool us. We know you by now. This is all definitely stemming from your own personal interest.
I can't deny that my hobbies had no part to play in this. However, regardless of whether it's light novels or a festival, catching people's attention with a fresh concept is the essence here.
Go to Task Manager, click on Details, Variant 64, and change its priority to high. Acha?
Well, what do you say? Aren't you two even a little curious about what interesting things you might see at the festival?
Maybe a little. Oh, all right. Paimon's super curious now.
Come, let's pay a visit to the venue in Rito together. I promise that it will give you a whole new
I want this.
perspective on the festival.
I want this so I can keep it over there.
There we'll meet a special someone who will tell you more about your tasks.
Go to Irodori Festival on Mito. Where is it? Where is it? फ्राइडे के लोगों का ऑफ नहीं है क्या? एवरीवन हैज क्लासेस एंड शिट. तुम लोगों का ऑफ है क्या?
During the Irodori Festival, the
Acronix.
area around the Outlander Affairs Agency will become the main exhibition space for light novels. Once things are in full swing, Not only will there be lots of official and fan-created work on display, there'll also be exclusive giveaways, prizes, and new release parties.
Giveaways.
This small plaza in front of the International Trade Association
Never
will
off.
be called the Five Kason Plaza during the festival, and nearby shops will be selling special light novel merchandise. You
आज Good
certainly
Friday
won't
का
want
off
to
था
miss
ना Webif
out.
का भी long weekend है. He was telling me.
Wow. How should Paimon put this? It's definitely not your typical festival, but it sure looks like it'll be quite the party. Huh.
Hi Sanu. कुछ नहीं.
Nico,
Complete
what
कर
are
दी
these
quest.
blank boards in the center of the plaza?
Yes, those are...
Ah, Lady I did mention that there would be some reliable helpers coming to assist with the festivities. It appears she meant you two. At last we meet again, Traveler and Paimon. Tell me, how are you faring recently?
Oh, it's Ayato!
No DM.
Wow.
No DM.
So
Larvin.
even a busy guy like yourself is here to attend the Irodori Festival.
Preparing festivals falls under the Yashiro Commission's scope of responsibilities. Seeing as Lady Yai has poured her heart and soul into the preparations,
Okay,
I'm
Kaito.
obliged to be equally dedicated.
Come
Why do you
now,
sound like
Ayato.
आपका battery down
We're
है?
not
Really?
strangers here. There's no need to
thought that
sound
was
so
normal.
formal. We were just about to discuss the boards over here. They're related to
honest,
our little
I-
helpers'
I ship
tasks,
both of them.
so I'll let you give them a detailed rundown.
Certainly. I assume you two already know that the
Idiot
Irodori
movie की यहीं पे
Festival
बात कर लो,
originated
DM
from
में
the
जाने की
Five
जरूरत नहीं
Kason.
है. Hi
These
Mandar.
5 boards are here for painting their portraits. This Irodori Festival is not only the first major festival to be held in Inazuma since the lifting of the Sakoku decree, it is also an event deeply rooted in culture and the arts. Therefore, the Yashiro Commission has personally invited several cultural celebrities from other nations. For example, the artist we have invited to paint these portraits hails from the distant land of Mondstadt. The Yashiro Commission will arrange accommodations and food in Inazuma for each of the distinguished guests. However, we fear that staying in a foreign land may feel a little uncomfortable. Which is precisely why it would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Teyvat to serve as a guide for our guests. I knew you would catch on. It is our hope that you would be able to guide the guests from the harbor to their residence at the International
guests
Trade
आएंगे?
Association. While this arrival schedule includes the details of the ships on which the guests will be arriving, all you simply have to do is go to the docks at the indicated times.
हाँ. Chaperone बना दिया है क्या? लेके घुमाने के लिए. You got a new pet. Oh, that's not my pet. Deidre, do you want to see him? It's my neighbor's. I'm looking after him for 3 days. So yeah, there he is. Ah, don't bite me. Don't bitey. No bitey. No bitey. So that's not my catcher. That's my neighbor's catcher. He's very cute. Mm. He's very sweet. I like his color, पता है? Cream color मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा. He's very cream. Hmm. Oh, you wanna kiss me? आ जाओ इधर ही बैठ जाओ. Good boy. 2 days before the festival, large passengers of 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 9 a.m. याद थोड़ा ना करके रखना
It's
पड़ेगा
settled
मेरे को.
then. My, look at the time. I have to meet with my editors, so I must be going now. During the festival, most of the Yai Publishing House's editors will be staying near the Outlander Affairs Agency. If you run into any problems, you may find them there.
This festival requires the full cooperation of the Tri-Commission, and there are still many minor details which require my attention, so I must excuse myself for now. I'll leave the guests in your hands.
ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us. Let's take a closer look and
Hi
be sure to
Jatin,
pick
how
up
are
the
you?
passengers according
Valo
to the
try
times
करूँ क्या फिर
written
से
on
मैं?
it.
Try करूँ क्या Valo? I'm getting bored playing this game.
Worthless.
और GI वाले कोई chat में है भी नहीं. So I'm just bored. I'll do it off stream maybe. कुछ अच्छा होगा तो. Let me try Valo. I doubt चलेगा but try करते हूँ. GI से bored, yeah, I'm not feeling it. GI वाला कोई है नहीं, that's why chat was also like abyss करो and all. मैं जी वालों खेल के try करते हैं. Please चल जा. Don't crash. थोड़ा boring भी है ये. If you want I can join in. Hi छोरा. Yeah, crash हो रहा है. What do I do? Riot Vanguard encountered an error. Do you wanna report it? No, I don't want to report it. क्या करूँ मैं? How are you? Okay. Okay, I think. Uh, कैसे हम एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं? नहीं यार, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है. इवेंट ख़त्म हो जाएगा. आई हैव टू डू इट. कैज़म तो पड़ा रहेगा. इवेंट ख़त्म हो जाएगा, सो आई हैव टू कंप्लीट इट बिफोर दैट ओनली. I'll miss out on 1000 primos then. I think मेरा Valorant है ही नहीं. सी में क्या था क्या Valorant मैंने बाय एनी चांस? राइट गेम्स Valorant तो हाँ सी ड्राइव में है वालो. फिर क्यों नहीं चल रहा डूड? that's weird. That's weird. टेम्परेचर चेक. अरे टेम्परेचर सही है भाई, बोल दिया मैंने. शोगन वाला डोमेन में कंडेंस नहीं यूज़ कर सकते. आई डोंट नो. अच्छा ये वो वाले डोमेन्स में कंडेंस नहीं यूज़ होते हैं आजम लमाओ. नो ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. इट्स ओनली वन टाइम क्वेस्ट ओनली, दैट्स व्हाई. आई मीन वीकली बॉस है ना, वीकली बॉस में कंडेंस नहीं यूज़ होता है. एक्रो वाली फाइल नहीं हो रही क्या? एक्रो वाली फाइल से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट दैट ये चल नहीं रहा वालो. इट्स क्रैशिंग. राइट क्लाइंट. Even though I'm running it as admin, still is not working. मच्छर हो रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा. कोई सोल्यूशन है क्या इस चीज़ का? वैलो री इंस्टॉल 50 बार री इंस्टॉल कर चुकी हूँ मैं. आई एम टायर्ड ऑफ डूइंग दैट. पता है लिटरली 50 टाइम्स भी कम पड़ रहा है. मैंने इतनी बार, लास्ट टाइम भी यही हुआ था, मैंने 50 बार इंस्टॉल करा था. And it is still crashing. Yep, and it's still crashing. Vanguard is like very shitty, man. Different Wi-Fi connection. I don't have Wi-Fi connection. I have LAN connection. So, कोई प्रायोरिटी के बारे में बोल रहा था एंड ऑल दैट. आई डोंट नो. कैंसिल. प्रायोरिटी सेट करना एंड ऑल. कर ले, क्या कर ले. आ जाओ अनुज भाई, खुल गई. तुम जाओ खेले, अनुज को लेके मत जाओ. टास्क मैनेजर में होगा वो. टास्क मैनेजर में क्या करना होगा. Theater mechanics and dual events are only two enjoyable events currently. अच्छा. I mean, I'd rather play something else right now. I'm fucking bored of JI. मैं इधर ही हूँ. मेरे को हाँ तुमको भगा के ले जा रहा है. आ जाओ आ जाओ आ जाओ भाई. पका पास हो. Can you duo with me sometime? You can be the top frag. I will be your pocket head. Sure, Snake. तुम आपसे खेलूंगी बट अभी मेरा वैल्यू चल नहीं रहा है. I'm trying to run it. आज मैं भी इधर हूँ. अच्छा. Okay, that's nice to know. क्या क्या स्टेप बताए थे यार उससे, मैं भूल गई. चैट ऊपर चली गई उसकी, जिसने ये बताया था प्रायोरिटी सेट करने को. CPU टाइम. ड्रैगन सेंटर तो बंद कर दिया मैंने यार. स्टार्टअप पे किधर किधर होता है. स्टार्टअप इम्पैक्ट वैलोरेंट नोटिफिकेशन. डिटेल्स में जाके वैलोरेंट को हाई प्रायोरिटी. अच्छा ठीक है. डिटेल्स में जाके वैलोरेंट को हाई प्रायोरिटी. खाली VG ट्रे दिखा रहा है. VG tray.exe रनिंग. There is nothing else man. Hi Arshay. Go to task manager, go to details, select value, set priority, set it high. बट ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा. Value रन करके होगा क्या ये? Because obviously it's not running right now, so I have to start the game and then set the priority high. Right, and Vanguard को भी. I mean यहाँ पे सिर्फ VG tray लिखा हुआ आ रहा है. So let me know. First open value, then do that of course. Chura, did you go to meet her? Valorant and its tantrums. अरे पूछो मैं. इतना ज़्यादा tantrums है bro. खोलने से पहले ही क्रैश एरर आ गया. Set priority high. Change priority. No, obviously it's not working. आज वालों के लिए 2 दिन बाद फिर से ब्रेक लेना पड़ेगा. बोर कर दिया रैंडम टीममेट में था तो have fun got errored and said not yet. स्टोरी वाले की बात कर रहे हैं. हाँ, I thought that you took that picture. एरर दे रहा है क्या? हाँ, रिबूट क्रैश रिपोर्ट भेजो ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. एक तो ये विंडोज़ अपडेट भी चलता रहता है बैकग्राउंड में, पता नहीं क्यों. Yeah, I took that bit. How did you took that pic when you didn't even meet her? The fuck? तुम मिले नहीं हो उससे और तुमने वो फोटो लिया है? How is that possible? How is that possible? टेलीपैथी कर रहे हो क्या तुम? Because she's not the one. What? That's not a girlfriend. अच्छा. Right, Vanguard encountered an error. Would you like to upload a crash report to Riot? No. Vanguard not initialized. Vanguard anti-cheat has not been initialized. If this is your first time playing, you will need to reboot your computer to continue. If you see this message frequently, you may need to update your drivers. Error code 57. ऐसा क्या था फोटो में 2 kg फिल्टर्स थे. सॉरी छोरा. वो ऐसा लग रहा था तुमने 1990s के फ़ोन से वो फ़ोटो ली है. It was so shitty quality. Restart for Vanguard or reinstall is the only option. ढाई kg मेकअप भी बोलो. मेकअप नहीं, उसके बाल दिख रहे थे, उसमें शक्ल तो दिख ही नहीं रही थी, बट बाल भी ऐसे लग रहे थे जैसे 2D बाल है. लाइक वो कुछ तुमने ऊपर से पेंट किया है, इतने फिल्टर लगा दिया था तुमने तो. Shots fired. No, not shots fired. Me and Chura just have fun. What's wrong, Miko? Everything, Sam, everything. The game isn't working. Valorant isn't working. I'll have to reinstall it. 2D है. मैंने साफ सुथरी फोटो ली थी, उसने बाकी फिल्टर्स डाला. Yeah, back to GI. I mean, I don't want to play, but ठीक है, क्या करूँ मैं? रीइंस्टॉल ही करना पड़ेगा. Fuck this man, इतना टैंटम स्ट्रो करता है ये गेम. वालो इतना टैंटम स्ट्रो करता है डूड. 100 Thieves की नई वैलोरेंट लाइनअप आई है. वाओ. Wait until the following day. Okay. नूतन भी वालो खेलने गया है क्या? सुबह हो गई. Chat to check the giveaway. Yeah. कल रोल कर दूंगे मैं. कल अनाउंस कर दूंगी विनर्स.
According to the arrival schedule, there will be a ship arriving from Mondstadt today. The artist for the Five Kason portraits should be on board. The boat should be arriving soon, so let's head down to the docks.
Go to the docks. Okay.
Phew.
Useless.
मच्छी आई क्या? मच्छी नहीं है यहाँ. किसका वेलकम करना? हाय रेक्स. बिल्लू का तो एग्जाम में बोला था मंडे. अच्छा. I stopped Nuptin and League of Legends stocks me in Valor. कौन आने वाला है? फर्स्ट विजिटर कौन है?
Hello, you must be here to take part in the Irodori Festival. We're the festival guides,
Hi,
and we'll
Best
show you
Semester.
around.
Yes, that's right. We are bards from Mondstadt.
Birds
Word has
are-
it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late. We hope
Why
to find
isn't-
fresh inspiration here.
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well,
वैसे
where's
ठुंडी बा-
Toma's bard then? Huh. Strange. He's pretty famous in Mondstadt. Do you think he didn't receive an invitation? Huh? Why's that? Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer...
Because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy these days, Albedo arranged for someone here to issue me a dependent pass.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the Five Kason!
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma, Calx.
Alex.
By the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is? I'll be meeting with the editorial director of the Yai Publishing House there.
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be staying in Inazuma. We'll be heading there too.
Great. Well, let's get going then.
मुझे लग रहा है राइडेन की वजह से ही हुआ है। क्या हुआ है?
Wow, it's so beautiful here! So many things I've never seen before.
Slow down, Klee. Please be careful not to bump into others. Telling Klee so many stories about Inazuma during the trip was probably not the best idea.
I'm just gonna chill right now. Chasm enclosed space है plus राइडेन की अल्ट। राइडेन की अल्ट की वजह से मेरा फ़ोन लाइक ब्लास्ट होने वाला होता है ऐसा लगता है। ग्राफिक्स बहुत ज़्यादा खाता है राइडेन की अल्ट।
As a result, she could hardly sleep all the way here. Strange. It seems that the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama, isn't here yet. I'm certain he said that he'd be sure to arrive before me. This might be a problem.
Guys, 100 likes कर दो please.
Well, Mr. Hiroyama was supposed to meet with me and give me some reference materials about the Five Kason today.
तुम अगर
That way, I could
राइडेन
better
तुमको
visualize
मिलती
the
ना,
content for
like
my
do not pull
paintings.
for राइडेन ever Arvin. You won't be able to play. सेम मेरा भी राइडेन अल्टी फोन FPS और पता है ये जो न्यू कैरेक्टर जितने भी इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं ना सब में यही होगा कि उसके जो ग्राफिक्स और एनिमेशंस एंड एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक वो ज़्यादा ही हाई लेवल का है।
You had no
अभी
idea what
आयातों
you'd
का
be
भी
painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
आयातों का भी
I only know of
एनिमेशन
the
इन्होंने
Five
ऐसा
Kason
बताया है
by
ना
name. Because of the sheer age of the tale,
pretty good.
very little has been passed down to this day. So Mr. Hiroyama decided to help me collect some
Does
more
that mean
information.
Raiden is hot as fuck? It means that इतना ज़्यादा उन्होंने कर दिया ये गेम का ग्राफिक्स और आने वाले टाइम पे आई डोंट थिंक लो एंड डिवाइसेस पे ये गेम चलने वाला है।
I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly as long as I'm inspired. So I agreed on only receiving the details today.
फोन सपोर्ट ना छोड़ दे या खाली खाली क्या बोलते हैं आईफोन वगैरह पे
So
चलेगा
when do the paintings have to be done by?
क्योंकि ये और रीजन्स अनलॉक होंगे गेम बहुत हैवी हो जाएगा।
According to the festival plans, the portraits will be revealed one at a time throughout the various stages of the Irodori Festival. The first one depicting sweet...
The day after tomorrow? Then you're already running...
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, things were always tight and finished at the last minute. Just last month, To ensure the latest book of A Legend of Sword would be finished for the Irodori Festival, I had to complete the final chapter's illustrations the same day I received the manuscript. I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived in Inazuma. I still don't know how well they turned out.
Paimon isn't sure she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions or compliment you on your artistic genius.
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference materials in advance, so that I can be better prepared.
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai Publishing House will all be around the Outlander Affairs Agency these next few days. Who knows? Maybe Mr. Hirayama's over there too. We'll take you over there to
25
see if we
pulls.
can
10
find him,
pulls किया था,
Albedo.
single pull किया था.
All right, it's worth a try. Klee, you haven't slept for a while now. Please stay at our residence in the International Trade Association and get some rest. We will be back soon.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on my best behavior.
नींद आ जाती है डायलॉग्स में यार. इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर गेम. बिना डायलॉग्स के आप गेम समझ ही नहीं सकते. अनिरुद्ध, द थिंग इज these are important for the storylines to set in now. Like it will just be like FPS games. जाओ मारो पीटो आ जाओ. So I think dialogue is important. You cannot have a game without dialogues. Yeah. Single pulls कर रहा था. I'm sorry for disappearing for 5 minutes. Play. Klee बहुत बदमाश है पता है. Like she makes C4s. Hi Rav. C4 बनाती है वो पता है. बूम बूम बम करती है वो.
This can't be happening. The moment we need to contact Onodera is when he's on special
ये
leave.
लोग को ज़्यादा ही डाल देते हैं. Yeah, that's right.
Kuroda and I will go back to Inazuma City for an emergency printing run. The demand for this book is so high, though. Even with the emergency prints, it still might not be enough.
Hey Tejaswi, thank you.
Despite
man.
everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this had happened a few days later, then we'd really be in boiling water. Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the warehouse has anything to do with this?
Well, the editorial director is on his way over there to investigate the situation as we speak.
Sorry to interrupt, but what's going on here?
To be honest, like you know.
Hey, traveler. Don't worry.
वैसे GI के book पे
nothing,
based
just
है.
an internal issue. That's all. How can I help you?
I saw it
I'm
based
looking
on
for the
book,
editorial
right?
director, Mr. Hirayama. Does anyone know where he is now?
Mr. Hirayama is currently at the warehouse down by
अभी
the
सोचो
harbor.
कितनी सारी story.
hold
ओरोबाशा
on
की
a
story,
second,
इसकी
Murata.
story, उसकी story. A lot of
Excuse me,
lores, like इसके अंदर
but
books
you must be
दे
Calx,
रखे हैं game
the one who was invited to paint the
वो
Five
सब तो
Kason for the
reference ही
festival?
नहीं है. सोचो कितना बड़ा game
Yes,
होता.
that's me.
It's very wide.
My name
whole
is
universe.
Kuroda. You must be inquiring about
Mango,
information regarding
mango.
the Five Kason.
Manga.
I do
Mango.
apologize, but please make
Manga
yourself
अलग है.
comfortable at
Manga
the
like
International Trade
उसमें
Association,
मैं देख रही थी
and I
Kea
will
की
let
story,
Mr.
Amber की
Hirayama know
story
to
और
send you
Deku
the
की story
materials
है.
right away.
It's not जो game में चल रहा है
No
वो वाली
need.
story.
You guys look super busy, so
Sun
we can
and
go find him
Moon book and the
ourselves.
book. Yeah, game के अंदर books है. If you guys notice that.
Well, about that.
Excuse me, but is there something wrong with the latest volume of A Legend of Sword?
Huh?
Since you were all aware that Mr.
I
Hirayama
know
needed to
them.
send me some supporting materials, that means the editorial director didn't forget about it.
अरे नूतन.
Instead, something urgent
Change
must have
कर
cropped
दिया.
up. To add to that,
किधर
despite
तक
being
पहुँचे
aware
यार.
that I
अभी
am
start किया
Calx,
मैंने. क्या किया कि
you were
मैं
still
Valor try
unwilling
कर
to let me go to
खोलने
Mr.
की
Hirayama
कोशिश
directly. After considering these factors,
Well, earlier today, the Tenryo Commission.
What? The books are missing?
Books गायब हो.
Shh, not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Irodori Festival,
Because of the dire situation.
I see. If Mr. Hirayama has...
So the author of A Legend of Sword is...
Oh, do you know him?
Shincho would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are missing.
Yeah, कोई नहीं वापस चेंज कर देगा. कोई और कर देगा. Acro कर देना title change. Oh, I like this artwork, man. मैं अपने दीवार पे टांगती ये वाला बस लग रहा है ना guys. Raiden Shogun का. Oh, ये मिको का है. Damn. अच्छा लग रहा है. ये किसका? अच्छा ये बस खाली मीको और राइडेन शोगन का, और किसी का नहीं है। ये कौन है? ये दोनों कौन है? ये दोनों कौन है? एनी आइडिया? पार्टी हो रही है, इलेक्शन में खड़ी हुई है राइडेन शोगन। या राइडेन शोगन वर्सेस मिकू हो रहा है। हाय जाने, कैसे हो? नाइस टू सी यू हियर। वन उपते नच के। Is there a shortage of sad emo girls? मैं बैठी हूँ यार। पार्टी के इलेक्शन में खड़ा हुआ है, अच्छा लग रहा है। आर्टवर्क नॉट गोना लाई। अच्छा मेरे को क्या करना है? गो टू द वेयर हाउस। बुक्स आनी थी फेस्टिवल में बेचने के लिए, बुक्स ही चोरी हो गई हैं। There are 2 characters interested with Legend of the Sword. अच्छा, okay, fictional characters हैं। ये चमची आ गई। Oh, Venti! Why are they staring at each other?
It's you! Why are you here?
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryo Commission, of course. Is that surprising?
Hi, Nerd Virus. Thank you. Thanks, Arshad.
No, Sarah, Paimon wasn't talking about you!
Wow.
So, Tone Deaf Bard. The suspicious outlander in the warehouse wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious outlander is...
Indeed
me.
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway are cleared, you are to remain silent. Don't make me say it, traveler. Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But what's this about being a stowaway?
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Irodori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he might have entered the country illegally. And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze. If it would help shed any light on the situation, then please, be my guest.
Oh, Venti! You didn't really come here illegally, did you?
Ouch, your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again, all I'm greeted with is grilling questions and suspicious glares. You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more understanding, don't you think?
Similar means?
Sarah is right and I know, right? मैं चमची बोलती हूँ उसको.
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlikely that someone acquainted with the likes of him would ever be here illegally, right?
Sarah को ज़्यादा ही है.
Why weren't you on the same ship as the other bards?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion wine. So, naturally, I decided to set sail with them.
Cargo में बैठ के आ गया.
Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have fallen asleep in the cargo crate while carefully comparing the tastes of dandelion wine and Inazuman sake. And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryo Commission General glaring at me from atop the grate.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable. But it still feels a bit...
Shameless, childish. Shameless.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA Publishing House, and there are some questions I would like to ask you. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now. If that's the case, did you happen to hear anything unusual?
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I didn't consider the sound anything out of the ordinary.
I don't know, aqua green or something. मैं क्या बोल रही थी? भूल गई मैं. Fuck. इसके पीछे भी फतोई होंगे क्या? वाइन चुराने के पीछे, सॉरी बुक्स चुराने के पीछे, हर चीज के पीछे फतोई होता है.
But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
Oh, I seem to understand now.
Huh? What did you notice, Albedo?
वेंटी का VA भी फीमेल है. इंग्लिश वाला या जापानीज और चाइनीज वाला? टर्कोइज में भी.
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. What Venti means is that he did not hear anything unusual like that.
एज मेरा वैलोरेंट ना C ड्राइव में है, तो C ड्राइव तो चल रहा है बट इट्स स्टिल नॉट ओपनिंग. आई डोंट नो व्हाई. स्पॉइलर चाहिए आपको? नो अनमोल, नो थैंक यू.
As for the sound of footsteps,
इंग्लिश
because
वाला
this is a
फीमेल है.
warehouse where many goods are coming in and out
Wow.
each day, it is quite normal for people to be walking around.
या मेरे को स्ट्रीम बंद करना पड़ेगा. कब तक हो? शाओ का VA भी फीमेल है. ओह माय गॉड. मैं भी वॉइस आर्टिस्ट बन सकती हूँ बिकॉज मेरी भी लड़कों जैसी आवाज़ है.
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one
अब कब
regarding the
तक हो?
stolen
I'll
books.
close stream earlier than I'll come play with you or anything. Because मेरे को तो PC रिस्टार्ट करके देखना पड़ेगा. दो मैच खेल के चला जाऊंगा शायद. आई डोंट नो. कल तो छुट्टी है.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, we can draw at least 3 conclusions now. First, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar.
कुछ भी.
They had their sights on the books from the very beginning. Second,
न्यू
the
स्ट्रीम
culprit was very familiar with the warehouse
के लिए न्यू स्ट्रीम कर
and might even
लूंगी.
have a key. And third, I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It must have been a team effort. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
क्ली का VA इंडिया है. इंडियन है. अच्छा.
Yes, I agree with your
वो
reasoning.
लड़का है लड़की है? अलग अलग है. Valo on Twitch. Might be. I don't know if I'll close. I don't
Mr.
know.
Hirayama,
इतना
the
future का
Tenryo
plan नहीं
Commission will
करती मैं.
continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any further clues, please notify us immediately.
फीमेल है.
Yes, understood. I'll leave it to you then.
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained whether your arrival in Inazuma was legal or not.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might let me off the
ना
hook.
मेरे को नहीं पता लावन.
Sarah's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation letter, Venti?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry. I can't seem to remember where I may have put it.
How could you lose something so
अरे
important?
गेम तो चल जाए देना से स्ट्रीम करना है या नहीं.
Don't
Game
be
ही नहीं चल रहा.
mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter was too big to fit in my
याओ याओ
pocket.
का VA
So
बन जा.
I kept it in my hand the whole trip.
No, I was talking about मेल कैरेक्टर्स का VA सारी लड़कियां हैं. नरूटो का भी वॉइस एक्टर ना लड़की है. So like most of the male characters जो होते हैं
Though
ना
I had a
जिनको बच्चों वाली
little too
आवाज
much
चाहिए
to
होती है
drink,
तो
I
उनको
know
वो
that I
लड़कियां
kept it in a
grown
secure
up
place.
women voice
I even
them,
recall
not-
being most
not
pleased
actually
at coming
kids.
up with a good idea at the time.
ऐसा मेरी आवाज भी फिर ऐसे छोटे बच्चों जैसी है ना तो that's why I can be one. I was trying to explain that.
If you were holding the invitation in your hand the whole time, then why did you put it down?
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand. I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely I wouldn't put it in just any random place. It could easily be misplaced.
It makes sense because लड़कों का puberty आते ही you know voice heavy हो जाती है. They don't sound like teenage boys anymore. And इतने बड़े शो के लिए इतने बड़े गेम के लिए और like इतने complicated lines के लिए obviously they cannot use टीनेज बॉयज़ लाइक 15-16 साल के, बिकॉज 15-16 साल के बाद 1 साल बाद उनकी फिर बहुत जल्दी एज चेंज हो जाती है ना लड़कों की, दैट्स वाई फिर ये लड़कियां यूज़ करते हैं ग्रोन अप, ताकि जो वॉइस ना कंसिस्टेंट रहे थ्रू आउट द ईयर्स। बिकॉज सोचो ये गेम बना है 2000 कुछ सालों में, और लड़कों का आवाज़ चेंज हो जाएगा 4 साल बाद। अब कैरेक्टर का तो चेंज नहीं कर सकते हैं हम आवाज़, और वो जो बी है उसकी आवाज़ भी लाइक भारी सी हो जाएगी। सो दैट्स वाई लाइक इट मेक सेंस, क्योंकि अगर 10-10 साल तक शो चल रहा है तो दे कैन नॉट यूज़ लिटिल बॉयज़ और गर्ल्स फॉर वॉइस एक्टिंग। पायरन आर्कन लोली कैरेक्टर है, उसके बन सकती हो। नहीं मैं कुछ और एक्सप्लेन कर रही थी इसमें। थी हाय पोरस, अच्छा अनमोल के टीम का नाइस वेलकम मैन। I want Yellen already. I don't want her.
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be.
Hi Gagan.
Have you figured it out, traveler?
शोंगली का वॉइस एक्टर कॉर्प्स होता तो, अरे कॉर्प्स नहीं, क्या बोलते हैं, कॉर्प्स की एक फ्रेंड है और लाइक खुद भी स्ट्रीमर है वो, लिली पिचू ने इसमें साइयो की आवाज़ दी है।
You're way ahead of Paimon. Do you two already know where the invitation letter is?
टेक्निकली अगर कैरेक्टर बनना बच्चा है तो उसकी भी प्यूबर्टी आनी चाहिए ना। नो आई मीन टाइमलाइंस अलग चलती है ना गेम में। फॉर एग्जांपल एल्बिडो की प्यूबर्टी नहीं आएगी। दैट्स व्हाई अंडरग्राउंड ख्याज़म कर रहा था, अब थोड़ा काम कर रहा। फोरस अनमा Your friend also started playing GI? सायू आ रही है, आया का बैनर। हाँ सायू मेरे बनाई नहीं, मेरे पास है। इन हिज शो डू यू ऑलरेडी नो वेयर द इनविटेशन लेटर इज? इन हिज कैप हैट में होगा।
Ah, yes! I remember now. I knew you'd help me find it.
टोपी के नीचे था।
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. Now that we've confirmed this guest's identity, I have no further questions.
Very nice. I have enough. Intellectual meme को आयक चाहिए, आयक।
However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the International Trade Association. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
They are featured character. Yes, random मौत वो वाली मैंने ट्रेलर देखी है, मुझे किसी ने दिखाई थी लास्ट टाइम। तो उसमें वही था, वो फीचर्ड कैरेक्टर थे, उन्होंने एक कैरेक्टर दिखा दिया था। एक ट्विन्स आने वाले हैं ना फाउंटेन के, तो वो भी इंट्रोड्यूस कराए थे उन्होंने। सो या इसमें जो भी 3 ऑप्शन सेलेक्ट कर रहे केबिया था, सारे में सही होते भाई। अरे वाह, थैंक यू अभिनव। लिनियन लिनेट या वही ये फीचर्ड कैरेक्टर, इट्स नॉट दैट कि वो लोग आर्कॉन से हैं। हाय शारेक आई मीन फाउंटेन कौन सा? हाइड्रो पानी वाला एलिमेंट। जीआई इन्फ्लुएंसर। फाउंटेन इज लाइक बहुत ज़्यादा टेक्निक, लाइक उनके पास वॉशिंग मशीन और उनके पास कैमरा वैमरा, अच्छा हो रहा है, कैमरा वैमरा सब है। हाय स्नेकी, थैंक्स फॉर अनोइंग मैन। एंड देन वही जो कैमरा जब से हम फोटो लेते हैं ना, फाउंटेन से ही आया है। तो वहाँ पे इन्वेंटर्स और बहुत सारे इन्वेंशंस वगैरह होते हैं। तो हाइड्रो कैरेक्टर इज बेस्ड ऑन फ्रांस, तो ड्रेस के हिसाब से। तो वो उसमें फीचर्ड कैरेक्टर्स थे।
I'm Calx. We had originally arranged to meet today.
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find such a mess. These are the materials regarding the Five
No, it's
Kason.
Hydro, not
All the information that we could find is compiled here.
Nice rap, something. अरे भाई सबने चेंज कर दिया। कौन पढ़ेगा इतना?
Let's see here. Though there were once many, but at the very...
So,
To some extent.
I am sorry, though, so all you need...
That does sound...
Thank you, Mr. Hiroyama.
Great. I'll leave it to you then. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyi, whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the IA Publishing House will... You have my...
Well, seems there's nothing...
बुक लिखवा रहे हैं क्या इससे बैठे बैठे? हाय निक्के.
What are you doing over there?
खुद ही ले लो
You
जतिन
don't want
मुझे
us
भी.
to leave you behind, do you?
मैंने ये सब पेजेस नहीं पढ़े.
Traveler,
आप ऑफलाइन खेलते तो तब भी
would
नहीं
you
पढ़ते.
mind coming over here for a moment?
Speed run मत
There's
करो.
something peculiar that I think you should see.
एक तो कौन पढ़ेगा? वासु नहीं चल रहा वालो या ट्राई किया मैंने सैडली. 2.7 रिलीज डिले हो गया तो आया के लिए प्रीमोस जमा करने में और टाइम मिलेगा. सच में डिले हो गया है व्हाट? बट ये तो चला जाएगा ना 3 डेज के अंदर, राइट? हरन गेपक्कू फुत्सु सॉरी. मतलब डिले का शंघाई इन लॉकडाउन. हाँ ये चला जाए. उफ. इसका बैनर तो चला जाएगा. टॉक टू वेंटी. वेंटी क्या कर रहा है? ये पैसे वैसे गिर गए क्या इसके वेंटी के?
What is it, Venti? A piece of paper?
Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I discovered this paper in the cargo crate where I was sleeping.
वेपन्स भी फार्म कर सकते हैं. वेपन्स फार्म कर सकते हो आप. देयर आर फ्री वेपन्स दैट यू कैन फोर्ज. तो आप वो फार्म कर सकते हो उसका मटेरियल लेकर. बट 5 स्टार वेपन नहीं फार्म कर सकते ऑब्वियसली. हाय अभिनव, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? लार्जेस्ट कोविड लॉकडाउन इन वर्ल्ड हैपनिंग इन शंघाई. कंपनसेशन प्रीमोस फॉर डिले प्लीज. हाँ देंगे 300.
I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely
What are
a
you
scrap piece
drinking?
of paper that
I
had fallen
actually
into the
love
cargo.
having
After a quick
milkshakes, so I'm
glance,
just
I
having
stuffed it
that.
into a place nearby.
Because sweet stuff पसंद है, sweet drinks.
But on second thought, I think it's worth having you take a look at what's written on it.
Rancor, okay. हाँ, okay weapons है ये. Porous like we can't do anything about it. Free वालों के लिए है.
Let me see.
मेरे भी free weapons है mostly.
Suiko chapter.
नहीं, मेरे
Wait a
को
minute. Isn't Suiko the name of one of the 5 Kason?
standard banner पे मिला मुझे. Prototype Rancor.
The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and letting some poems that were meant for the shogun get stolen.
Hi Ash. What's happened?
Ah, this story sounds familiar to my ear.
Is it only me or Porous and Mul की profile pics? Oh, they're from the same team. उन लोगों का what do you call it? दीदी own मसाला of course. I'm getting bored. मुझे मसाला दो. सब इतने लेट आए हो पता है. मैंने स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट करी कोई था भी नहीं. अभी सब आए हो. मुझे तो कभी ऐसा नहीं बोला नुक्तन. नुक्तन guys सुनो. नुक्तन at Abhinav. Welcome to the stream line. नुक्तन at Acronix Gaming. What the fuck चोरा? Like किससे? And like अभी तो हम बात कर रहे थे but you didn't say anything. मैंने बुलाया सबको personally. How's your day going? हाँ ठीक ठाक है हर्ष यार. आजकल आप जल्दी सोना बंद कर दिया. 11 बजे सोना चले जाते थे. Prototype archaic was called Amino से बांट लेना. अच्छा जिससे नहीं होना चाहिए था. बताओ मसाला दो. मेरे अकाउंट फर्स्ट ने पुल कर देना. जनवरी से विश नहीं किया हूँ यार. तुम्हारे लिए तो और डिले हो गया. बताओ जिसने गिफ्ट्स भेजे. ओ योर करंट गर्लफ्रेंड. हाय अक्षय, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम. जिसने गिफ्ट्स भेजे, व्हेन डिड यू रियलाइज दैट थॉट यू वर गोना मीट हर? लाइक थोड़ी देर पहले, 15 मिनट पहले तो बोला तुम मुझसे मिलने जा रहे हो. मतलब जाओगे. एंड दैट्स नॉट हर. आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड ब्रो. स्टडीज एग्जाम आ गया इसलिए लेट हो जाता है. अच्छा 12th में आ गए ना हर्षा?
Seriously? It's literally the same story you just experienced yesterday.
काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिप्रेस्ड. कज़ुहा खेले जनवरी से जमा कर रहे हैं. अब वो उसने बहुत सारे बैनर से पुल नहीं किया है. हुताओ के बैनर पे लास्ट पोल किया था उसने, अनमोल। जब हुताओ मेरे को मिली थी तब से वो सेव कर रहा है।
Oh, indeed it is. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes, I concur. The person who left this paper could quite possibly be the criminal, or even a witness to the theft. But why leave?
All right, let's meeting together in Inazuma.
Hey! Let's...
No, it's fine. Let's all...
Wait a minute! What about your part?
As I mentioned before, I'm the kind of artist who can work quickly once I'm inspired. And
तो
now,
कॉलेज ढूंढ रहा हूँ कोई।
it
आप ही
seems I
बता दो।
found my source of
ये
inspiration.
से करोगे ना? कौन सा कोर्स करोगे? मैं बुक्स पढ़ के रोने लगता हूँ। What the fuck? I'm so fragile. बुक्स पढ़ के रोने लगता हूँ। That's pretty nice. I mean, I don't cry reading books. या फिर मैंने ऐसे बुक्स पढ़ी नहीं, but I cry during, I don't know, series or movies or something small. इसमें एक स्टोरी बहुत अच्छी थी। ETX नाइस, गुड, सॉर्टेड है आपका तो हर्ष। हाय स्टीलेक्स प्रो, आई एम गुड, हाउ आर यू? Acronix Gaming. People dying around the world में fictional character dies. Oh my god, कहाँ से वो copy paste करके लाया? That's so cute. Random मौत। मैं ज़रा copy कर लेती हूँ वो रोने वाला। Wait, I'll copy it. Yeah, that's good. When character departs after so long, or when someone dies, I just cannot help myself. It's
If
okay.
I use a model as reference for
It's
the piece, we must
It's
pay him
okay to
back with
cry
the
even if
appropriate
you're a man.
recompense.
हमें को हाँ जी वासु बोलिए। वर्डल पता है आपको? हाँ जी वर्डल पता है। मैं रो दूंगा यार छोरा। I warned you, like I don't know, like इससे प्रीवियस 3 एक्सेस के लिए भी मैंने सेम चीज़ बोली थी। हाय नींबू ओपी। तो like still happened, like what happened, like what exactly did she do? Is she dating someone else as well?
In that case, we'll need to order more dishes. One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
Wow, you really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening ceremony.
Wow, कितना सही लग रहा है dude. This art is like so good. आपको पता है कि YouTube पर कुछ चल रहा है? क्या चाहिए स्टीलेक्स प्रो? Google keyboard has those text like emojis. अच्छा?
Yes,
No.
it really is a sight to behold. Not only does it
मैंने तो
harken
आज ही
to the
सीखा
traditional
Instagram पे
style of
stickers
Inazuma,
बनाना पता है.
but it also makes use of modern aesthetics.
Where is my
figure
cat?
is particularly striking, even though I'm sound asleep in the portrait.
I'm
I
feeling
still
so
appear
cold.
as
मेरे को जैकेट
glorious
करना
as
पड़ेगा बट
always.
मैंने AC चला के रखा है 24 पे because I don't want my PC to burn. कितना बढ़िया लग रहा है यार.
Hey, don't get too full
I
of
wanna
yourself,
start-
Tone Deaf Bard.
I wanna start
You were
drawing
just
again.
a model. The
but
person
then
in the artwork
obviously
isn't actually you.
I need to buy a draw pad for that. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Procreate something.
Well, Albedo, who will be your next portrait?
रियो कहाँ गया? पता नहीं. बेड के नीचे छुप गया होगा. ठंड हो रही है. No spoilers here. Good night, Harsh. Bye.
The next one will be Aoi no Okina of the Five Kason.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one? Who knows? You might soon discover another story.
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility of finding another paper with tales of the Five Kason. According to the reference materials I was given, we've only found the first of a total of 4 chapters.
Do you think the mysterious person who left the first paper will strike again?
It certainly is a possibility. Also, there are some points regarding the stories of the Five Kason that have left me... For example, the reference materials make mention of 5 legendary figures. Yet all the popular stories only consist of 4 parts.
Acha.
It appears that throughout all the stories, there is never a chapter dedicated to Kuronushi.
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? They may merely be akin to the old saying in Mondstadt. Seeds of stories brought by the wind and cultivated by time. So for now, we need but just wait patiently.
Blessing now 10% off.
Irodori Poetry Part 1. I fucking love the visuals. Amazing yaar. ये वाला करना है मेरे को कि ये वाला करना है? इरोदोरी पोइट्री पार्ट 1 ये करना है ना, या फिर ये करना है? गाइस मेरे को हेल्प कर दो ज़रा। 40 प्रीमोस मिल गए मेरे को, दैट्स नाइस। 177, let's go another pull man please। Ayato, I need you not coming। Oh, I don't want her. I already have enough of her. Harmless sweetie Sakuras. Hi Vaibhav, thanks for annoying. C3 है, C3 अभी एक्टिवेट नहीं करना था मेरे को, बाद में एक्टिवेट करना था। शिट यार। अब आई थिंक मेरे 50 पुल्स हो गए हैं। 50 पुल्स हो गए हैं। अच्छा मेरे को कौन सा करना है? इरोदोरी पोइट्री पार्ट 1 करने है या फिर ब्लू व्हेन द व्हाट द ब्लू फ्लावर्स लेफ्ट बिहाइंड करना है? काइंड कंफ्यूज्ड मैन। स्पेशल इनविटेशन किसको दूँ मैं? सेंड इनविटेशन कर दूँ क्या? क्राइटेरिया नॉट मेट दबाओ। लेजेंड ऑफ राइजन, इरोदोरी एनेक्डोट्स, गेट क्वेस्ट, एक्ट 2 कर लेती हूँ ना। आई का वेपन इज सो बैड, द बेल वाई एंड द वन फोर्स्ड। क्या सीन है मीकू मैडम? मैं मिल्क शेक पी रही थी, अच्छा लगा। डू स्टोरी फर्स्ट। कौन सा वाला? ऊपर वाला करो। स्टोरी क्वेस्ट, वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट बाद में करो, राइट? ये एनेक्डोट्स वाला बाद में करो, पहले ये वाला कर लो। व्हाट द ब्लू फ्लावर्स लेफ्ट बिहाइंड। आई शिवम। Zulu, you wail. No, he's not a whale. I mean, he wails on certain characters. He does not wail on all the characters. खत्म हो गया। आया तो जैसा मिकू। एक ही स्टोरी है वो। ओके बॉस। वेट until the following day। रुको मैं आई। I'll be right back।
Those memories, so dark.
मेरा फ्रेम गायब हो गया for some reason। मिल नहीं रहा। मैं वो लाइक OBS में तो फाइल है but it's not showing anymore. It's just disappeared.
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
Welcome home, almighty Shogun.
Competition is now underway. Take part and win prizes.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Our crowdsourcing competition is now underway. Take part and win prizes.
Almighty Shogun.
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
Welcome home, Almighty Shogun.
Now underway. Take part and win.
वैभव जीआई नहीं खेलते। वैभव को दूसरी स्टोरी मोड गेम्स पसंद है, वैलोरेंट पसंद है। वैभव कब खेलने आओगे मेरे साथ? अब वैलो मेरे को ऐड करना। अब तो आपने पीसी भी बना लिया है, अपने स्किल्स दिखाओ जितना मेरे को बुली किया है। अरे एक तो ये मल्टीवर्स ऑफ स्टोरी जीआई का ख़त्म नहीं होता। अरे हाँ ना, नहीं होता। रियो रियो इज स्लीपी राइट नाउ।
Almighty Shogun.
Take part and win prizes.
Oh, he's purring, पता है। रिकू वर्सेस मीको। ओ इट्स रिका। रिका कौन है?
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
अब तो अनमोल भी खेलेगा वैलो। हाँ अनमोल भी खेलेगा।
Welcome home, Almighty Shogun.
तुम लोग को आवाज आ रही है क्या?
Those memories. So dark.
Riku is the little boy on Grandma Kamisha. नहीं नहीं मेरी कैट नहीं है। I'm looking after my neighbor's cat. योरू मेनन। अच्छा।
Welcome home, Almighty Shogun.
Why do cats bite me? I don't understand. मेरे को bite करके like you know they just lick me. वैलो मैं तो GTR पे खेलता हूँ। नहीं नहीं ये वैलो खेलो आप। वैलो कब आओगे? मेरे साथ खेलो स्ट्रीम पे खेलना। शाओ के पीछे खड़ी है। अच्छा रिका। ओह सस्ती वो है क्या मीको? सस्ती मीको रिका। Oh he's licking me. कैट इज सो कावाई। अनमोल के पास कितनी सारी बिल्लियाँ हैं डूड। बहुत सारी है अनमोल के पास। अनमोल मेरे को 10,000 रुपीज़ में खरीदने की जगह गिफ्ट करेंगे राइट? याई मीको एट होम।
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
जिसको याई मीको नहीं मिली है ना रिका से काम चला लो। How did you that cat दी? How did you that cat दी मतलब?
Welcome home, Almighty Shogun.
Rio. Cutie Rio. Stop biting me. Stop biting me. You're a good boy. हाँ हाथ पे मिल्क शेक लाओ फिर लिख। No. No.
Those memories. So dark.
No.
Welcome home, Almighty Shogun.
मिम्मी की याद आती है क्या? मिम्मी तो बदमाश थी एकदम। मिम्मी बदमाश थी। लुक बेचारा। आई एम सफरिंग। कहाँ से मिली ये कैट? ओह दिस इज माय नेबर्स कैट। नेबर्स कैट। चलो जाओ तुम वहाँ पे चिल करो। इज लाइक मेरे को परेशान कर दिया इसने। रियो इज इन प्ले मोड या पीपो की याद आ गई। हाँ उसके पास पर्शियन है ना। मेरे पास भी थी बिल्लियाँ लाइक मेरे स्ट्रे कैट्स थे जो मैंने पाल रखे थे। मिम्मी नाम था। मिम्मी रुकती ही नहीं थी कैमरा पे। मिम्मी बदमाश थी यार बहुत बदमाश थी। ओली अच्छा था। दिस इज ऑल्सो मेल कैट दैट्स नॉट अ फीमेल कैट। रियो रियो गुड बॉय। रियो कहाँ जा रहे हो? वो मेरी चेयर के पीछे सोया है, इधर सो रहा है। हेलो कामिसातो मीम को मेरी शादी नहीं हुई अभी तक यार। आया तो से Hi Sensei, sorry I'm doing story right now. I can't help anyone in clearing the abyss. You can ask anyone from the chat to do. Ollie, Oggy, हाँ मैंने उन्हीं पे नाम रखा था मेरे पास ना। मैं जब I used to live at that other place पहले, तो वहाँ पे ना मेरा ground floor पे था घर, flat मतलब। तो फिर like I had a lot of stray cats running over there. तो उसमें से मैंने एक का नाम ऑली रखा था फीमेल कैट, और बाकी का एक का ऑगी और एक का जैक। तो उनकी मॉम थी और उनके 3 बच्चे थे, तो ऑल 3 यूज्ड टू हैंग आउट विथ मी। तो मैंने ऑगी एंड द कॉकरोचेस से इंस्पायर करके रखा। आज लास्ट डे है अबिस का। यार मैं अबिस करती नहीं हूँ टू बी ऑनेस्ट। एनीवे शादी क्यों करनी है आया तो से मेरी मर्जी, क्वेश्चन किसी से भी करो। क्यों करनी है मतलब क्या? माउस पैड वाली बात याद आई। प्रीमो मिलेंगे। कौन सा फ्लोर रखा है? कौन सा फ्लोर है? 12 फ्लोर चेम्बर 1। इसके बाद होगा नहीं। लार्वू ने कर दिया होगा आपका अबिस। कंप्लीट नहीं करा। अबिस नहीं करते, इमरजेंसी चाहिए। मैं नहीं करती है, मैं नहीं करती है। पीसी एक ड्रीम है मेरे को, कैफ़े में जाता हूँ। आपने बोला कि आपने पीसी बना लिया है, अब मतलब शाम को खेल सकते हो। मेरे को थिएटर में कर लिया। और से मैं लेसर लॉर्ड कुसन आ गई। पीसी मैंने बना लिया है। बहुत बढ़िया अनमोल यार। थिएटर मैकेनिक्स इवेंट। अब इस तो F2 के लिए वरदान है। यहाँ मेरे कैरेक्टर्स ढंग से बिल्ड नहीं है। बिल्ड करके फिर करूँगी स्ट्रीम पे ना। अभी ये सब कर लूँ मैं, इतना सारा बचा हुआ है। एनीवे वी क्वेस्ट वेट अंटिल द फॉलोइंग डे। 8 तो बज गए ना शायद। 8 नहीं बजे। हाँ बोला ना कीबोर्ड एंड माउस लिया। झूठ बोल रहे हो, मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा। लैंटर्न राइड 2.1। हाँ लैंटर्न राइड मेरे को अच्छा लगा था।
The passenger ship
I was
from
thinking
Lua
about
that
the
we're supposed
husky.
to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks.
अब कौन आया हुआ?
You
किससे
know
मिलने
that
जाना है?
Shincho will be on board, right? So we should be careful not to say
Oh,
anything
I
about
hate
the stolen
Shincho.
novels.
I hate Shincho man। पसंद नहीं है। वैसे मैं राइडन को लेके जाऊंगी।
Stay close and you will live.
इसको लेके जाऊँगा मोना को।
This is how it must be.
I don't even use her but इसका ना बहुत कूल है। ये देखो, ये देख रहे हो अनमोल। ये करने मजा आता है। उसकी भी क्यूट है, बट दे नीड कोल्ड टेम्परेचर। इट्स नॉट जस्ट कोल्ड टेम्परेचर, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं।
Hi there! You must be visiting from Lua to participate in the... Huh? Is it Paimon or have we met somewhere
Hi, Emma.
before?
I'm okay.
Yes,
How are you
in
doing?
fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild. Aboard this ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even players of Theater Mechanicus. The inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, the master still wanted to support them.
How are your
We
streams
heard that
going
they'd be
on?
demonstrating the
Fine.
game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Irodori Festival. So the guild manager
Okay,
instructed
well,
Master
I
and
hope
I
you
to
do.
take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and
Fair.
investigate the product's potential.
फिर जितना बोली क्या मेरे को उतना
Speaking of
उससे
which,
ज़्यादा करूँगी मैं।
where's the young master?
Ah, well, Master, he's,
Whoa!
Yes, child का voice
Just
actor है।
sitting
You're
there.
right.
Sound asleep.
Guys बताओ ये लड़का है लड़की है? Non GI players.
Oh, It's the Traveler and Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
ये शू की वॉइस साइकोन जैसा है.
We aren't actually guests. We're actually guides
बताओ
for
ये
the
लड़की है
Irodori
लड़का.
Festival.
तुम मत बोलो अनुज. कार्टून तो है. कार्टून तो है. He wants to enjoy. वो भी स्क्रीन देख रहा है भाई साहब बिल्लू मेरा. आवाज लड़की जैसी. आवाज शक्ल कपड़े सब लड़की जैसे है.
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in
You
a
didn't
novel on the
answer.
voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn
I
were
don't
already
want to.
peeking over the horizon. Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in
कोरियन है क्या
hand,
ये?
shall
नहीं
we?
नहीं चाइनीज. शिंचो नाम like X
That's
वाले जो भी
odd.
नाम होते हैं ना, it's like from China only. X and Q से जो होते
There
हैं.
was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't recall seeing it there before.
Ooh, let Paimon have a look. Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
The story you found before?
Oh yeah, in the warehouse down by the poem hunt competition. Yeah, that's it. A friend of ours is on retail to paint portraits of the Five Kason. You know, as part of the Irodori Festival. Poetic stories about the Five Kason have been hidden
Welcome
in
back.
various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Hey, it's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Kelks in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Kelks would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle.
Acronix
I had to really rack my mind to come up just a few days later. Word then came that Kelks would be busy painting portraits of the Five Kason during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Kelks and I to be in
107
Inazuma
votes,
together.
88 like that's
But it
bad.
seemed he would be too
Why you
busy
guys
with the
do
portraits to
this?
meet with me. So...
Don't worry, Shincho. Also, we're...
So you... To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. Kelks is not only a skilled artist, but he also... But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. His work is
Naruto
truly exquisite. Oh my! I was beginning to get
Naruto की
carried away
voice actor भी
there.
लड़की थी पता है.
Let us depart. Quickly now.
और आपने Naruto देखा है
idea of
बाबा?
meeting
I'm
Albedo
surprised.
managed to draw
I
Shincho's
thought you didn't watch
attention and keep
cartoon.
the situation under wraps. Let's just hope we don't let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
आयका मिलने में भी ये स्नो के जैसे ऐसे गायब हो जाती है. So I would do that. This is Mona. I don't like her. I hate her. फंस गई है तो. वो सोसाइटी में एक्सेप्ट भी होना था. Imagine watching Naruto, man. Oe Sophia. Hi, Oe Sophia.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you?
Decoration के point of view से ये event
And
दिखाना है.
who is this accompanying you?
It's just the same thing, अनमोल. आप जब वॉक कर रहे हो ऊपर ज़मीन पे वॉक कर रहे हो, नीचे से ग्लाइड वो कर रहे हो, पानी बन के जा रहे हो. So it's the same thing. Sprint मारते हो. Hi Ahel Khan, welcome to stream. Shadow amidst snowstorm events in 2.3. किया होगा, I don't remember. Random मत. नवंबर के बाद से जितने इवेंट आए हैं वो सारे किए हैं मैंने. जिंदगी की सच्चाई पता चल गई. आपने Naruto देखा? I'm gonna bully you more now.
You must
आपके
be
सारे
Kelks.
जो मेरे को bully
It's a
करते हो
great
that
pleasure
is
to finally
invalid.
meet you. I am
Naruto
the
देखा
author
है
of A
so much
Legend of
better than
Sword,
Naruto.
Gen... forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me
Albedo and Shincho
Shincho.
मिल रहा है. Albedo event.
You
Yes,
may
वो
call me
पहाड़ वाला.
Albedo,
Yes, I
then.
did that. Albedo का
No,
जुड़वा.
no, that would be most improper.
फिर Albedo का जुड़वा जो मशरूम बन गया.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
I am NB. Bully me, mommy. Wah! Naya fetish. Imagine being a weeb. Exactly. Imagine watching Naruto, man. Yeah. Which game is this? This game is Genshin Impact, Sophia. How do you like Albedo as a character? Not interested, to be honest. Kato, are you hungry? I'll give some Kato some food. Wait, guys, मैं आई ना बिल्ली को खाना खिला के. Klee is daughter of Shangli. No, Klee is daughter of... I forgot her name. Adventurer थी कोई बहुत. Favonius की knight थी. I don't remember. Shangli की daughter तो होता हुआ है. Hi, Cryptex. Klee is daughter of Alice. Yeah, Alice. Alice was her name. Hi God, welcome to stream. आपको भी कैटो फूड चाहिए अनुज? देखा तो आपने भी MIYA एनिमलिस्ट? नहीं नारुतो तो नहीं देखा मैंने, एटलीस्ट छोड़ दिया मैंने. बोरुटो देखा है तो वो तो डिजेनरेट है एकदम. एलिस इज मदर ऑफ क्ले एंड फर्स्ट अपीयरेंस क्ले के डेलोफिंची में. चेम्बर माइंड गेम्स प्रैक्टिस करने पड़ेंगे. अरे बाप रे, हार के आ गए तुम लोग. आजम क्रिप्टेक्स.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen
You guys, it's certain. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks.
Poem hunt?
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the Five Kason? Venti found one, and then he was allowed to be a model for one of your portraits.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right.
It's Kaya and the
I
weird.
understand the story now.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's very helpful.
बोरुटो देखिए वैभव आपने. Please don't tell me.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself. Would you kindly explain it to me in more detail?
If all of you are free.
Well...
Do you have other plans, Shin?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining...
Shimura's. Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
उयू धूल चका दी ओपोनेंट्स को. So cute. धूल चका दिया आपने.
That's perfectly fine with me.
मेरा नर्टो सही हो गया था. मैं तो
I must
नर्टो भी नहीं
first
देखा
unpack
पूरा.
my
शिवंडन
luggage.
भी नहीं देखा मैंने पूरा.
Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
उयू रेस्टोरेंट चलो. उयू.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together.
Uwu
Did we
restaurant.
say something
Uyu
we weren't supposed
restaurant.
to?
हाँ क्या तो बोलो. कुछ चाहिए आपको?
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Shincho was a little suspicious.
Huh? Shincho's suspicious?
Shincho?
Hey,
Just so
what
sus
are
हो
you two
गया.
talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Shincho himself? No way! That can't be right! Shincho only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's Chazuke? Moreover,
Detective
he didn't raise
Albedo.
any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Are you saying that Shincho has already been in Inazuma for some time? And that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
Sus bhai.
But how could Shincho be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time
मेरे
I've
को
met
आज मैं
Xingqiu
खाना
in
खा लिया.
person,
कुछ बोलो फूट गया
we've
ऊपर. नहीं
communicated
खाया,
via letters
बोलो
for
आप.
some time now. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Shincho be in danger?
फतोई मुझे लगा फतोई नहीं वाला है. Shincho. Do you
It's
watch One
difficult
Piece?
to say
No,
at this
I
point.
don't like long animes.
But given that Uyu restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be. I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this map. Good.
उयू रेस्टोरेंट चलो. उयू रेस्टोरेंट. किधर है उयू रेस्टोरेंट? ये क्या लिखा है बोर्ड पे? I cannot read this shit. फैन फिक्शन स्टॉल ओनर. अच्छा फैन फिक्शन बेच रहा है यहाँ पर. बुक्स बेच रहा है. नाइस स्टॉल. ओह लुक एट दैट फॉक्स प्लशी मैन. डैम मेरे को भी चाहिए ये देखो. यहाँ पे क्यों नहीं मिलता? ओ यू सिटी रेस्टोरेंट इन इनाज़ुमा सिटी. ठीक है. दुकान देख रही हूँ मैं तो. This is so nice. That is also so nice. और क्या क्या की दुकान लगी है यहाँ पे? तो वोटिंग चल रही है. मीको वर्सेस राइडन. और यहाँ क्या बेच रहे हैं ये लोग? फैन फिक्शन स्टॉल हो रहा है. अच्छा ये राइडन के पोर्ट्रेट्स बेच रहे हैं. लास्ट में ताली क्यों बजा रही है?
Why do things have to be this way?
Why is she crying? Look at the mask. दोनों ने मास्क पहना हुआ है.
Come on.
Don't be a...
आपके पास लाइम के हैंड ऑर्डर किए थे, आए ही नहीं वो. Why you stream at night when people are streaming? I like to because it is not even that night also. Like कल तो छुट्टी है maximum लोगों की. Today I had चंपारण ahuna dish for the first time. क्या होता है उसमें?
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It
चंपारण
seems clear for the moment.
ahuna.
Let's go inside and wait for Xingqiu.
Oh,
First, we must ascertain whether Xingche was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth.
For a time yawn karte doesn't mean I'm sleeping. Okay. In short, Ullu bol raha.
Since we're still waiting for him, why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
Uyu restaurant में जा पियो 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 मैं नाइट शिफ्ट वालों के लिए स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ मेरे यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग नाइट शिफ्ट करते हैं that's why should only daytime वाले have the fun Cutie Shogun I like the music
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
Chicken cooking techniques have from Bihar and I found one in Lucknow. What's I never heard of it.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
Daytime office होता है मैं night time में जो office करता हूँ उनके लिए है. Bye यार good night.
I've seen Jen use signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
और जिनको 2D girl से बात करनी है तो वो भी आता है. Yes. 2D girl से बात करनी होती है.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release. So
I am from Bihar too, but I never heard of it.
I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Is it like tribal के तरफ like cooking technique something Weber?
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Xingqiu be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat.
Hi, Professor Laye. Night shift nice. Ah, yeah. आप लोग कल देख लेना stream. GI वालों जो सोने जा रहे हैं. Oh, look at that. Look at all this food. Dumplings. Is it shrimp? Sushi? Everything is raw. Everything is raw, man. मच्छी देखो वहाँ पे खाना ऐसे पड़ा हुआ है. Nobody is there to eat. There's a ramen. Puffer fish बनाई है क्या इन लोगों ने? इंडिया के फ्लैग में डम्पलिंग है. इससे किससे बातें करनी है और एल्बिडो से बात करनी है.
Albedo, what should we talk about when Xingqiu?
नहीं ये northern parts में
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations.
Okay. Okay, what that? एस मारा एजवाई ने वो भी भयंकर. क्लिप कर लेना. क्लिप कर लेना. Yes. I wanted to play with him.
If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than
Suggesting
we do.
Fortnite mode. Oh, Acro wo na. I'll explain you how it works. आजकल Fortnite लोग खेल रहे हैं because इसका new mode आया है. So what happens is that जब game के new updates आते हैं ना तो वो pay करते हैं YouTube वालों को and maybe they start suggesting ads. For example जब GI का new update आता है तो फिर ads आने लग जाते हैं GI के. और ऐसे Fortnite का कुछ नया आता है तो Fortnite के ads आने लग जाते हैं. So I think that's how YouTube works. आपका वाला रीइंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा या कल छुट्टी आराम से सोऊंगा. हाँ ना.
Is that so?
आराम से सो. मेरे को मालूम नहीं हो रहा नहीं चल रहा क्रैश हो रहा है वेब. स्पाई एक्स फैमिली नहीं देखा मैंने. अभी कुछ और देख रही हूँ. मैं आने में देखने का मन नहीं करता to be honest. I'm so bored. Uyu restaurant. ओह ये प्राइवेट रूम है खाने के लिए. That's so nice. नीचे चलो भाई. छोटू सा रेस्टोरेंट है, to be honest. I mean not छोटू सा, but like private सा रेस्टोरेंट है. और किससे बात करनी है? इसी से.
There has been so many lively.
Yeah.
Hello
Aakash,
there.
yes.
What can I get for you?
Hi! Do you have any special recommendations today?
वालो बैकग्राउंड में लगा यार, इतना नहीं है यार, 1 Gbps की स्पीड नहीं है मेरे. डाउनलोड किया ना, स्ट्रीम भी करूँ, GI भी खेलूँ, वालो बैकग्राउंड में डाउनलोड भी लगे. आन्या इज सो क्यूट. हु इज आन्या? अच्छा, एनिमे में.
Why, of course. I'd personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past few days, so the fish...
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
Oh, this might be some useful information.
Maggie's ramen actually tastes bad. ये जो इंडियन वाले लोग हो ना, वो are used to using desi noodles.
That was delicious.
You wouldn't like
Inazuma
ramen
cuisine
much.
largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
Hi, Kirito.
That's good.
फिर
We
buffer
were
हो गया
worried
भाई
you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Shincho and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
सोया सॉस, एग्जैक्टली सोया सॉस में डुबा के दे देते हैं हर चीज़. Talk about his thoughts regarding the journey. Talk about the book he read during the voyage. Talk about the scenery.
By the way, Shincho, what book were you reading on the way here?
Oh, I was reading a novel called Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was sent to me by my editor.
Didn't you feel dizzy while reading on the ship?
It was nothing I couldn't
Nice,
handle.
Tejasvi.
Don't forget, I'm proficient in the arts of the
yeah.
Gutwa clan.
Chop suey's taste.
That
Never
being
had
said,
that.
there were quite a few people aboard who felt seasick.
नहीं, मैं हॉस्टल की बात नहीं कर रही. मैं वैसे लाइक रेमन की बात कर रही हूँ. मैंने कोरियन रेमन ट्राई किया है, मैंने जापानीज भी ट्राई किया है. अच्छा नहीं लगा. उसमें बैम्बू शूट्स कार्ड्स के दिया था. इट वाज सो खुशी. आई डोंट नो, खुशी ज़्यादा. बैम्बू शूट्स छोटे बैम्बू के पीसेस थे. एंड देन सोया सॉस में डुबा के और तेल में डुबा के और पानी में डुबा के दे दिया था.
Well,
टेस्टलेस.
there doesn't seem to be anything suspicious
What do you mean,
about
bro?
what he
Soya
said so
sauce is
far.
no, Sana. Any updates है तो यार तो no. Why ramen is so popular? Because it comes from Japan. That's why. Too much soy is bad for the right. अच्छा नहीं होता. मिलता है इंडिया में. हाँ, बहुत सारे चाइनीज़ रेस्टोरेंट्स है, कोरियन रेस्टोरेंट्स है और लाइक जापानीज़ रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं. वहाँ पे आप खा सकते हैं.
Well, I've never embarked on such a long journey before.
So दिखने में अच्छा लगता है, but when you'll actually have it,
the long days
you
at
won't
sea
like
quickly
it.
became
It's just
most
because we are like
monotonous.
accustomed to that. Sushi is also not good at all.
Speaking of the
as
journey,
for me, I
did
don't like it
anything noteworthy happen along the way?
because it's raw fish, and I'm used to eating, like cooked fish, अच्छे से curry type. We are curries.
Well, to be honest, I spent most
Chow
of the
mein
trip
better.
with my nose in a novel.
Yeah, much better. अरे वही है, वो आदत हो जाती है ना, फिर कुछ नया चीज़ ट्राई करने में अच्छा ही लगता. Because like taste is complete. और mostly like मैं वो टोक्यो कैफे भी गई थी तो उसमें भी like ऐसे ही था. I mean चिकन के पीसेस थे. It was like 900 or 800 rupees का 4 चिकन के पीसेस थे. उसको सोया सॉस में डुबा के और फ्राई करके दे दिया. It was so bad, so fucking bad.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient.
Oh yeah, this is what they do is like dip everything in soy sauce and just serve it.
So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
पेपर एक्स खा रही है तुमने तो खाया कि नहीं तो तुमने मैंने खाया
Oh, right. If it took an entire day to reach the docks,
बट ये सेलेक्ट सिटी में उसी की बात कर रही हूँ अनुज वहाँ पे मैंने चिकन खाया था मेरी मैगी रामेन खा लो हॉस्टल में वर्ल्ड फेमस है मैं भी अच्छा बनाती हूँ
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence.
I put Szechuan sauce in it and make it spicy.
Xingqiu.
It's kind of nice. Disappointment was immeasured. Day was ruined. Yeah, random mode. Yeah.
While it is entertaining to read novels, writing one is an endeavor of its own. You must give great thought to every detail, from the layout of the plot to the rhythm of the lines.
What chicken khaya tha Anuj, it was not nice.
And even when you have come up with interesting content, there's still no guarantee that it will be to your liking.
I couldn't agree more. Whether it's writing a book, creating art, or studying alchemy, seldom can you really feel joy after seriously delving into the work.
Xingqiu and Albedo are getting into some deep topics now. But nothing's...
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel.
So no, 99 likes, 100 kar do guys. 100 kar do.
My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential.
Anuj, because आपने उससे better नहीं खाया होगा कहीं, that's why. और आपने chicken खाया था क्या वहाँ पर?
Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations.
Not me.
This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
I am literally suggesting you, Weber. वो कुछ 30 या 40 रुपीस की ना छोटा सैशा नहीं like pouch type का आता है तो get that thing नॉर का या फिर किसी और का Szechuan sauce and then जब मैगी रेडी होने वाली होती just put a little in that put 1 spoon in that and mix it will taste so nice chicken खा
so far
buffering yeah buffering what can I do
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like.
Yes, Ching's wala, usme na sauce dal dena. Badhiya lagega.
Xingqiu, we have something very important to ask you now.
Refresh.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden? Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened.
On top of that, the latest installments of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. If that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well...
The jig's up, Xingqiu. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
No. Please. You misunderstand me. I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain.
Oh! Well, if this isn't a coincidence, I didn't expect to see everyone here.
Huh? Tone-deaf bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings. I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Enable करना है, but वो नहीं करता है इतना काम यार. I'm tired of explaining to him.
The
Wait, it
criminal
takes
who
2
stole
seconds to enable, but
a
he doesn't
legend
do
of
it.
sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo-Sara didn't mention a name. But I saw her take—
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Yay! इसको खुद करना। अरे मैं उसको बता चुकी हूँ, ब्राउजर में खोलो, नाइटबोर्ड लॉगिन करो, एनेबल कर दो। Pull. I don't have primogems, do I? एक एक पुल आप भी करवा रहे हो मेरे से, बताओ। 107 है। वेलकिंग के साउंड तुम्हें पसंद आए? अभिमन्यु आया क्या? हाय। Real name of Balade. I don't remember anything these days.
Please,
Onodera.
wait. Onodera is innocent.
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along.
Anyway, you mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
No need to worry, Zhenyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shinjo looks pretty flustered. What exactly?
Though it's most embarrassing, it appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. In the end, I'm the one responsible.
No, Zhenyu. It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. Everyone, please let me explain. For the Irodori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yai publishing house, but Lady Yai also gave me a lot of support.
Hi Ed, I wanna play with you. Hi Kirito. Thanks for taking membership, man. Scaramouche, 6th of the Fatui Harpingers. Unikuji. I cannot pronounce. Kuni Kuzishi.
However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Zhenyu.
Yes, to be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point. So signing events are really not my forte.
I can close stream right now. It will take me half an hour, or maybe like मैं एक और बार restart करके देखो maybe, and then come and play with you. But there's no point if you're leaving within like one stream. मेरे को off stream खेलने वाला वो चला जाएगा. Hi Furious. Yeah, I'm a kitty now. Oh yeah, Kirito.
Even though such an event will be difficult for Zhenyu,
thank you.
After telling him how important the plans were to me, he immediately boarded a ship to Inazuma to come up with a solution. So these past few days, Zhenyu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we were— So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Zhenyu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would meet— To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Zhenyu in my house these past few days. I had no—
Onodera, I agree. Also, I knew that at a previous event,
अच्छा, इनको book
the Yai
sign करने
publishing
थी,
house had
that's why?
requested autographs of
कोई
authors
नहीं, कल
so that they could be
देखेंगे
put
वाला
on
का।
display. I practiced tirelessly for an
वो कभी
entire
खेलना
day
है?
to finally
I'm so
deliver a
fucking bored.
stylish and
Diversity
elegant
game है।
signature for the event. But looking back on it now,
Hey, come on, you.
Yeah, that's.
Onodera?
Yes,
Shut the fuck up. 3 दिन से नहीं खेला ना लालो, मैंने परसों खेला था। नहीं, कल मैंने स्ट्रीम नहीं करा, परसों मैंने GI खेला, उससे 1 दिन पहले। वेरी सच। हर डिले ऑफ 2.7 ये लॉकडाउन लग गया शंघाई में, दैट्स व्हाई। अभी से रीसेट हो गया, यस। ओके कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ क्या ये आउटलैंडर अफेयर्स एजेंसी? कौन था जिसने मेरे को ये बोला कि ये वाला क्वेस्ट कर लो इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग कैज़म और आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट? ओह गॉड, दिस इज सो फकिंग बोरिंग मैन। मेरे को लगा इसमें कुछ इवेंट होगा, पतंग उड़ाना एंड ऑल दैट, जैसे उसमें था। हाय डेलस,
Aren't you supposed to be on leave these few days?
I'm very sorry for all the trouble.
Yeah, why didn't you tell everyone earlier?
That's right.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to...
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days,
Oh, no wonder Shincho looked so sleepy.
I understand. Murata, go back to the IA Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the
Yes, Mr. Hirayama.
Yes, good idea. Ah, you've just reminded me. 2 calligraphers from Liyue arrived today. We worked with them.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
No need to worry, Zhenyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Even though Shincho still has to deal with his handwriting
Yeah,
issue.
Lantern
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop, but...
We also owe us.
Huh?
Pardon me.
साइन तो ये करेगा, तो ये लोग क्या
Right,
करेंगे?
we have
I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story.
No problem. Considering...
पोर्ट्रेट बनाएगा ये अब।
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Astrologers must...
Albedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all. Wonder how Shincho's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby? Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? He's a friend of ours and the release of his new book is super important. Oh, what's that sound? It was just a cat. Looks like we can't make them reveal themselves, Daddy. It's getting late now. Well, let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
इसके अंदर भी इन्होंने ये दिया है। हाय अपना ऑल्ट अकाउंट कर तो थैंक्स फॉर डोनेटिंग मैन। क्या मेरे को 40 वो मिला? 147। ऐसे करके बचा के रखती हूँ। थैंक यू अपना ऑल्ट अकाउंट कर तो बचा के रखती हूँ, एक साथ कॉल करूँगी। I don't think I have that much patience, but whatever. ये देखो अनमोल, super cool, right? प्रॉफिट ही कितने हुए? 50 पुल्स हो गए। अब कौन आएगा मिलने? 8 बजे ना? बढ़िया लगता है ये। या इट्स फास्टर देन स्विमिंग, पता है?
It's already time for us to be at the docks. Let's go.
Kazu boy. Kazu आएगा?
Look, that figure on the wharf. It looks like Kazuha.
Kazuha पे बैंड नहीं था क्या? अच्छा ये तो यहीं का था।
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. I heard there would be guides for the Irodori Festival, but I didn't expect it would be you two.
We didn't expect to see you either. Returning as a guest for the Irodori Festival, no doubt.
I was a little surprised myself when I received the invitation. But after wandering the outside world for so long, it's...
Kazuha, when we saw you in the distance just now, you seemed to be looking for something. What happened?
Ah, yes. You see, when I came off the boat with everyone just now, I suddenly heard light footsteps around me. I could tell they were not footsteps of a regular passenger. But by the time I turned around, the person had already disappeared. I only heard a splash come from below the pier. Even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse of them, I found this strange piece of paper by my feet.
Page में लाइस को.
Does the paper happen to have a poem written on it?
Huh. How did you know?
Miss Tom is gone too, yep.
Fascinating. It's almost hard to believe such things could happen. Sure, here it is. Please, have a look.
Last time, Aoi no Okina's poem ended with a reference to Akahito. And the story this time basically says that Akahito got his name from his love of red seals. However, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with this story. I too was once wanted as a criminal by the shogunate. So I'm not all that different from Akahito mentioned in this story.
But according to the story, Akahito was exiled by the shogun because of his wrongdoings. You did nothing wrong, Kazuha. Huh? Traveler, what are you thinking about?
Ah, by the way, you mentioned that your friend has been struggling because he's unable to sign his name quickly, right? In Liyue and Inazuma, there is a saying, that which has been stamped has also been signed. Perhaps using a seal could be a feasible solution. While sailing at sea, I sometimes carve things to pass the time. If you wish to create a stamp for his seal, I might be able to help.
Wow, that's an idea! Quick, let's go tell Albedo!
Japanese voice artists are very talented and there is secret equally in movie of the... They are too, they are. Arey, what the fuck? Whee! आ जाना है. अच्छा ये इसने पेंटिंग यहाँ लगाई है. 2 पेंटिंग्स हो गई हैं. 2 और करना है, तीसरा वाला अनलॉक नहीं, पांचवा अनलॉक नहीं हुआ ना अभी तक। वाहिद, ये वाहिद है, कौशिक भी था, सब वहाँ सुमेरु के हैं। ये 8 कंप्लीट कर दिए, फिर ऑडियो स्टोरी खत्म। I hope I live in Japan so I can watch anime the very first day. What? Why do you want to live in Japan to watch anime? Also, वहाँ पे subtitles भी मिलेंगे आपको. Hi Anirudh, good morning. Imagine going to Japan, there's no subtitle. और लोग जो बोल रहे हैं तुम्हें समझ नहीं आएगा, but then you realize Japanese language is so very hard to understand and write. Issue solve हुआ PC का? Yeah, I think it's a voltage fluctuations caused by my UPS, and that's why मेरा mic off वगैरह हो जाता है. So we like read the cables and all, and yeah, my father did something, I don't know. But there was one fan which wasn't working, and now it's working. After learning Japanese, absolutely.
Interesting.
Oh,
The story
damn,
of the
yeah.
Five Kason appears again.
मेरा
and
वो
with a
होता है ना,
timely
केबल यूज
solution.
कर, केबल टच हो जाता है हाथ से, देन वॉइस चली जाती है. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट व्हाट डू यू कॉल इट, अर्थिंग एंड यूपीएस एंड करंट पास हो रहा है. आई डोंट नो कितने वाट का है पीएसयू. पीएसयू मेरा अच्छा है 850 वाट्स का. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट पीएसयू, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट यूपीएस. नहीं आ रही है, नहीं आ रही है. I'm bored. When I'm
Indeed,
bored,
it is
I
an
yawn.
efficient solution. If
I
we
have
use a
slept
stamp,
enough. I mean, no, I
then
did
Shinji
not
won't have to
sleep.
struggle with his
I was
handwriting
waking like
anymore.
every 1 hour.
However,
Was getting disturbed. एक तो लाइक बिल्ली भी है ना रूम में, तो लाइक बिल्ली आके उठाती रहती है यार 1 घंटे पे.
since Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, it would seem insincere if he only used the stamped seal for his new books.
UPS is not equal to PSU. हाँ वही मैं समझा रही थी. UPS is not PSU guys. नॉर्मल लोग, बहुत सारे लोग लाइक UPS यूज़ भी नहीं करते हैं. पावर सप्लाई अलग से लगता तो इशू नहीं आएगा ना. पावर सप्लाई यूनिट जो होता है दैट इज़ कॉल्ड PSU, और वो नेसेसरी होता है, और वो PC के अंदर लगता है गाइस. एंड UPS जो होता है वो एक्सटर्नल यूनिट होता है. तो हम जो CPU का जो प्लग पॉइंट होता है ना, हम डायरेक्ट हम दीवार पे नहीं लगाते, हम उसको UPS में लगाते हैं. UPS इज़ लाइक स्टेबलाइजर काइंड ऑफ, यू कैन से दैट. सो दैट थिंग.
But I have another idea. Using a seal is a part of it, of course.
You directly
let's go to
don't
Ouya
connect it to
restaurant
the
now to
wall.
discuss my idea with
Uninterrupted power
everyone.
supply backup के लिए चाहिए होता है. Yes. कंप्यूटर क्लासेस वाली फील आ रही है. UPS इज इन्वर्टर. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग लाइक कंफ्यूज थे लाइक UPS एंड PSU के बाद. बहुत लोग नहीं यूज़ करते, बट आई यूज़ UPS ऑल द टाइम. रेक्टिफायर क्या बोल रहे हो? UPS को UPS बोलते हैं. आकरो जी, मैंने UPS नहीं लिया है. लाइट जाता है तो ज़रूरी लेना. ले लो अनमोल, क्योंकि देखो डायरेक्ट लाइट जाएगी आपकी, तो व्हाट कैन हैपन इज़ लाइक आपके जो ये सामान लगा हुआ है, इट कैन लाइक गो ऑफ. और बार बार अगर कॉन्स्टेंटली लाइक वोल्टेज फ्लक्चुएट होता है एंड देन पावर जाती है, तो यू नेसेसरली हैव इट. यू वोंट बी एबल टू सेव योर वर्क इफ दैट हैपन्स. लाइक स्प्लिट सेकेंड के लिए जाती है. अब इन्वर्टर तुरंत तो बैकअप नहीं देता ना, तो दैट्स व्हाई यू शुड गेट वन. निको वो रेक्टिफायर का काम करता है. हाँ, हाय निमानी, हाय प्रणीत. मैंने कर लिया इवेंट. ओके माइके, ऊयू रेस्टोरेंट जाना है फिर से. ऊयू रेस्टोरेंट फ्राई हो जाएगा, वो डेटा करप्ट हो जाएगा. या सो अनइंटरप्टेड पावर सप्लाई है आपका. लाइक कभी आपकी लाइट नहीं जाती है, स्टेबल है, तो यू डोंट नीड इट, बट रखना चाहिए. सो मेरा वो इशू है, UPS का इशू है. बैटरी चेंज कर ली थी, बट आई थिंक अभी भी सही नहीं है. और मेक श्योर UPS लो तो लोकल ब्रांड का मत लो. माय डैड वाज सेइंग लाइक मेरे भाई ने अच्छे ब्रांड का नहीं लेके आया है. माइक्रोटेक का है, but it's not like good, might be fake or not original. So make sure you buy original one only. किससे बात करना है शिनचो से? Resto. Resto. Inverters are called home UPS or something.
Yes, that's it, Jinyu. Your writing has greatly improved today, which means yesterday's intensive training was effective.
अच्छा खासा ये 4,000 5,000
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore. My hands are so sore that I can't even move them anymore. I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on, you can do this.
UPS बस आपके PC के लिए होता है, PC के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. वेबफ का लैपटॉप भी ना इसी वजह से ख़राब हो गया था. He did not have correct wiring, like he went to his house, दूसरे वाला. तो he said कि like उसने अपना लैपटॉप ना प्लग इन कर रखा था. तो उसका लैपटॉप उसका ना लाइट आती जाती रहती थी एंड देन वोल्टेज का ही फ्लक्चुएशन हो रहा था, करंट आ रहा था दीवार से. तो फिर उसका लैपटॉप फ्राई हो गया, उसका शॉर्ट सर्किट हो गया लैपटॉप में.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal than Mr. Hirayama.
Specs आप exclamation box specs डालो विक्रम.
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to handle troublesome authors.
Whoa, this is getting scary.
अरे अर्थिंग इश्यूज रहता है तो फिर ज़रूरी है लेना. लैपटॉप को भी फिर आप UPS रखो, लैपटॉप पे लगा के रखो उसको. UPS टीवी पे एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क नॉट ऐट. UPS टीवी पे लगाया है एक, क्योंकि टीवी पे और AC पे और ये सब पे स्टेबलाइजर लगता है. So obviously that doesn't give backup, but and it cost me 25,000 to get it fixed completely. I don't have GPU right now because of the issue. Yeah, yes, get that. PC वालों especially, PC वाले, make sure you do that. Spike guards are useful to some extent too.
Mr. Hirayama, we found a solution that might just solve our dilemma.
Sorry.
In both Liyue and Inazuma, seals are widely used as the equivalents of a signature. If we use a stamp to leave the author's seal on the books, then we could make the signature process a lot easier.
मैं PC लूँगा तो UPS भी लूँगा साथ में. Yeah, of course. लैपटॉप में तो चलो बैटरी रहती है ना, लाइक तुरंत नहीं जाता, बट हाँ अर्थिंग का इशू है तो ज़रूरी है, नहीं तो लैपटॉप फ्राई हो जाएगा आपका. PC में तो it's compulsory to buy. A lot of people don't invest it.
Of course, a seal on its own is not enough. So, I propose that each signature consists of two parts. First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature as the design. In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern that's easy for Chenyu to write. That way, he will only need to draw a simple pattern on each book.
All right, I think that would work.
Bye,
Not only does it still involve the author's own handwriting, but the result should be very beautiful as well.
So, what you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Mr. Hirayama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously was because it would take too long for the author to sign each book. But if we adopted Calx's proposed method,
इतनी तो population भी नहीं होगी जितना these guys are making. तुम एक दिन में इतने करोड़ बुक्स बेच दोगे जो करोड़ बुक्स साइन नहीं कर पा रहा है. What इतने तो population भी नहीं है छोटे से इनाजुमा की.
And if all the authors signed their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out of place.
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly be happy to design signatures for the other authors as well.
Yes, and you may leave carving the stamps to me.
In that case, I shall contact the other two authors participating in the new release event.
It is a great honor to use a signature.
My pen name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing events. However, if we implement this new format, then it'll be a dream come true for me as well.
Great! Looks like everyone's on board with the idea.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Jinyu. Please, take the next few days to have a good rest. We'll handle everything from here.
इसका gamer tag use हो रहा है. Gamer की जगह writer tag use कर रहा है. इसका नाम Jinyu है भी नहीं.
The books that Jinyu already signed can be used as special prizes in future events held by the AI
What do you
Publishing
wanna
House.
call me, Miko, instead of my real name? There, the flag out on Shinsho's book.
We did it. The event is saved.
Thanks to everyone's efforts, Onodera and I are finally free of that mess.
That's right! You're finally free, Xingqiu! Maybe you should step outside for some fresh air!
इतनी तो बुक्स नहीं है भाई जो 2 रात से जग के साइन नहीं हो पा रही इससे डूड लुक एट दैट उयू रेस्टोरेंट में बैठ के बुक साइनिंग कर रहे हैं अरे 30-50-25,000 का मिला आपको कितने का मिला
We still have some time to burn. Where should we go next?
हेलो आई apparently can't sleep guess कल जनाजा निकलेगा अरे भाई 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 ऐसे मत बोलो यार कहीं तो
Traveler,
इधर में
there you
35
are.
डाला 30-50 के लिए ठीक है मैंने मेरे 26 सुपर 34 का था
Oh, it's Ayaka! And Venti! That's...
I was just going to the festival venue to prepare the Ikebana lesson when I found a strange piece of paper
I
on a
also
flower
couldn't listen
stand.
to podcasts for the past 3.5 hours
This bar just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also found similar papers recently. As such, we came
30-60
together to
60
find
के
you two.
एक साल पहले यही प्राइसेस थे कहीं तो
But the paper she found isn't quite the
Miners
same
की
as the
वजह
ones
से
we found before.
Here's the paper.
Miners and
Please have a
scalpers की
look.
वजह से
Huh. All the poems we found before were roughly the same length. But this one is only 2 lines.
And even though there are only 2 short sentences, neither of them are next to the title or centered on the page. The position of the writing seems to indicate that there is other content written on this paper besides these 2 lines.
मतलब मैंने लगता है थोड़े ज़्यादा पैसे लगा दिए किस चीज़ अच्छा
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Dip this paper in water and see the truth naturally appear." Speaking of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient and exotic stories. It mentions a special ink that will show itself when wet and disappear when it's dry.
मैजिक इंक की बात कर रहा है ये मेरे पास कभी नहीं था मैजिक इंक Did you guys use it in school or something?
So, shall we give it a whirl? It just so happens that there's a pond nearby.
We अच्छा नहीं से कूदना है मैंने नहीं यूज करा कभी मैजिक इंक
Wow, look! It's really working! More words have appeared on the paper!
मेले में मिलता था आया का आ गई आक्रो आपकी फेवरेट
Let Paimon see what it says. The story says that after Sumizomi got the collection of poems from Akihito and put them into a stream of water, the plagiarized words in the poem became blurry. Huh? Why would...
You see, Paimon, in the past, when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily become smudged in books when exposed to moisture.
To ensure the text lasted longer, they'd either write using a special ink or coat the paper's surface with a waterproof coating once the writing was finished. Such special inks are time-consuming and laborious to produce, and the waterproof coating could also prove just as difficult. However, since Akihito's poetry collection was an important gift to be presented to the Shogun, surely one of those two methods was used to protect it.
It's like a pen. आप उसको लिखोगे तो पेपर पे लिखोगे तो it will be invisible, but then you like wet it or put water in it, it becomes visible. So like magic ink उसी को बोलते हैं.
But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to liquid.
Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work. He was set up!
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, Kazuha,
I would be delighted.
Yes.
There you go. Then
Yes.
अच्छा दोनों पोर्ट्रेट जिसके
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the Five Kason.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akihito.
Akihito had once belonged to the Five Kason. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal, hence the Aka in his name. Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akihito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the Five Kason remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
क्या घटिया स्टोरी थे ससी बाका आका okay higher respect I love Ayaku सब Ayaku सिंप है what's wrong Paimon?
Yeah. Ever since we completed the story of the Five Kason, there's still one thing Paimon hasn't been able to figure out. One of the Five Kason is called Kuranushi, right? It's just that, how could the story of the Five Kason finish without him appearing at all?
Oh! Have you really not noticed?
Huh? Not noticed what? This is no time to be playing games, Tone Deaf Bard!
What he means is that the story of Kuranushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh? Really?
That's right. The key lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome rinsing the poetry collection. An average person could never understand the scene of a young girl washing Akihito's poetry collection in a stream.
Bakahito.
Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's actions. He was simply reminiscing and thinking about his old acquaintances. However, for the perpetrator who framed Akahito, it was completely obvious.
Universe है पाइमोन के scarf में.
He was worried that if this poem was seen by the Shogun, then the Shogun could discover the truth behind the plagiarism incident. If that happened, then he'd be finished. So, in desperation, he threatened Aoi no Okina to make him tear out this poem.
Good night, Anna. Paimon sassy, Paimon cute.
Which means the one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed Akahito. What? Kuranushi?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to tell the complete story of all 5 Kasen. Since the Shogun mentioned in the poems is certainly not the one of the 5 Kasen, the only character left is the mysterious one with an unknown identity.
Oh, okay.
However, this also brings something else to mind. The story of the 5 Kasen has more or less reflected everything that's been happening around us lately. Which begs the question, is there a Kuronushi in our world as well?
A Kuronushi?
Yeah.
In our world?
Sasti Miko. Goodbye, respect.
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come up with anything.
Oh, right! Kazuha! He's been pretty quiet this whole time. Let's ask him. Hey, Kazuha! Are you okay? You've been standing in front of this blank canvas for a while, and you don't look so good.
Apologies for making a wild assumption, but has the story of the 5 Kasen reminded you of anything?
Yes. A few things did come to mind, actually. However, they were nothing more than some past incidents regarding my family. I don't mind sharing the stories, but I'd prefer not to bring you any more trouble.
Hey, we're all friends here, Kazuha. You can always tell us whatever's on your mind.
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption, but perhaps you were thinking of the Raiden Gokuden?
The Raiden Gokuden?
It appears that Miss Kamisato and I were thinking of the same, but it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission. It would be improper to speak of it here without the consent of Miss Kamisato.
It's fine. Those of us here are all trustworthy, so there isn't any harm in it. However, this matter is somewhat complicated and maybe... As you all know, the Yashiro Commission's primary purpose is managing ceremonial and cultural affairs. The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Inazuma. Although these families were swordsmiths by craft, they also held many important positions in the Yashiro Commission. Unfortunately, of the 5, only the Aminoma art still maintains its artisan lineage. The descendants of the Ishin art are also still alive, but the craft has been lost to time. The descendants of the Ishin art are none other than the Kaidehara family.
Whoa! We knew Kazuha came from a noble family, but we had no idea about his connection to the Yashiro Commission and sword making.
Yes, but that's all part of the past now.
Hi, Invis.
The Ishin art was lost with my great-grandfather's generation. My grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's lack of effort. When he was young, my grandfather traveled all over Tevat to find a way to revive the family business. But it was... And in my generation, our last remaining family property was lost as well.
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. In the span later, there was speculation that all of these misfortunes stemmed from some background machinations, meaning that someone wanted to wipe... However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden came to ruin, such explanations were treated as nothing more than a conspiracy theory.
Indeed. I've also believed such ideas were just theories and rumors. However, I know that a major incident happened to my great-grandfather when he was young. Not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but after reading the story of the 5 Kasen...
What exactly happened to your great-grandfather, Kazuha?
I still can't say. I need to speak with someone to verify the details. I will tell you everything I know then.
उसका अब तक reply नहीं आ रहा. I mean, like, what did she do for you to say something like that? Panche banu udu miss kagan mein. Yeah, yes. Of course. Oh god, save me from this. Complete the palace, died in the black quest 1 long. अच्छा ये मैंने 4 कर लिए हैं. Now I need to do this. अच्छा आ गया. इसके बाद कॉम्स खुल गए, उसके बाद ये छोटे-छोटे वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट खुल गए हैं. ठीक है. Excuse me. Clash of Lone Scales is fun. देखा नहीं मेरी सो गई. I mean, like, I was asking you what did she do for you to say that. I'm asking what you're talking. कर दूँगा एक और पुल यार, बचा के रखना.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
That's why I don't do long distance, man. Hola, Aclo. Welcome back.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
Afternoon, oh shit. Long distance के बारे में. I mean, not everyone is like that, obviously, but आप जानते थे ना उसको, like it wasn't like long distance, unknown. शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस से लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस हुआ है ना. चूरा का तो लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस है ब्रो. मेरे पास 26 अप्रैल के टिकट्स हैं.
said he would wait for us at the Five Kason Plaza today.
Yeah, I mean dating someone you never met. चीज़ बोल रही है. आप तो मिल चुके हैं, उसके बाद है लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस हुआ ना. Five Kason Plaza जाना. अच्छा. ओके. कोई और नाम ढूंढ लेते हैं. Acro Omega Lulnix Gaming. I like Acronix Gaming more. Why you really cutie Acronix?
You're here. It appears everyone has arrived. Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family. I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those years ago. In my great-grandfather's generation, the Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram.
Entire fucking day I did not have tea. Oh my god. Yes. Okay, chura. Acronix game. मैंने चाय नहीं पी है पता है. That's why I'm so weird.
Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced,
also
the process was still unsuccessful.
This quest was the most boring thing I did in my life. वो शादी वाला was more interesting than this. Past Miko. आज पास नहीं रखा था मैंने.
When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished, so the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment.
Okay.
The Kaidahara clan and Yashiro Commission then, however, they met fierce resistance from the craftsmen. The Kaidahara clan, moreover...
Yes. The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leaderless. This single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my... But...
The failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed to a lack of required skill and finesse. However, The story of the Five Kason seems to imply that the failure
Oh,
didn't
Ramadan,
stem
bro.
from a lack of skill. But Miss Kamisato, I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago.
I am happy with or without her, yes.
Might I ask you to do me a favor?
तुम्हारा तो seasonal है छोरा.
Yes, I understand. I will go back and search for...
मेरे स्ट्रीम पे जब से आया छोरा की 3 गर्लफ्रेंड्स चेंज हो चुकी है ना 1 साल में. 3 ज़्यादा बोल दी, कम बोल दिया क्या मैंने मेरे नॉलेज में. Seasonal didn't do. I kept your name fuckboy for a reason only. What's a girlfriend? ये छूरा जैसी लड़कों के वजह से ना बाकी लड़कों को गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं मिलती. 4 साथ में रखते हैं. बट इसके जाने के बाद ही मैं स्ट्रीम पे आया था. जाने के बाद ही मैं स्ट्रीम पे आया था मतलब.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram.
पाल लेके चलो. क्यों भाई? मैं तो आज तक
Though
नहीं
the
गई.
diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least...
Whoa, that's pretty old.
At this point, we can only try our luck and see how we...
Blueprint मिला इनको sword का.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have
I
now
like this
started to
camera
smudge.
angle. बढ़िया लग रहा है. Lighting, lighting सब बढ़िया.
Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedehara clan all those years ago.
Good luck with it. Okay, Kaito.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late. When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my great-grandfather. But my grandfather... Yesterday, sure enough, my grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. Looking back at it...
Oh, I heard that your...
Kazuha.
Yes. My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my
Yes, Kazuha. If your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse,
please.
then after witnessing his son's... But instead he said, if you can't find the secret with...
Huh? So you're saying my great-grandfather may have
Yes. The current...
I apologize, but after I became I want to inquire...
All right, let's...
किधर है बाहर का रास्ता? I have never kept any fast my entire life. खाना ही मेरी जिंदगी है. Like I'm okay without food. I don't even drink much water. But then चाय ज़रूरी है. चाय पीती हूँ मैं. I survive on tea.
What are you all doing here? Did something happen on Rito?
ये वाले इसका क्या नाम है? Spare का क्या नाम है? Spear का. I mean, for what is all that normal people stuff you do? समझ नहीं आया.
Kujo Sara.
Hiten cosplay.
Perhaps you still remember me.
Yes, I do. You're Kaedehara Kazuha, a wanted criminal during the Vision Hunt decree. However, your arrest warrant has...
Sara, we'd like to ask about the Kaedehara clan's property that was seized by the Tenryou Commission.
Yes, the items seized at that time are currently stored in the warehouse.
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not here to reclaim those belongings.
I see. All right, I'll inform the police station. They'll take you into the warehouse.
Consumptions and interests of a normie ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है man. No, these days everyone is a gamer. I mean, like our gen and Zoomer's gen. Everyone is a gamer, man.
Kaedehara, about the Vision.
That's all in the past now, Kujo-Sara. There's no need to mention it again. I know you've also had your own convictions and struggles. However, may I ask something of you?
Yes, Parle Genshin.
Yes? What is it?
Currently, I have no plans to stay in Inazuma. As a result, those items from my family's estate are of no use to me.
Isko dega ye?
Madam Kujo, I believe you are a person of integrity. After our investigation is over, I'd like to ask if you can handle those belongings for me. Please, sell them, and use the money to help the poor.
Kazuha कितना अच्छा है. अपनी जायदाद पूरी बेच के, like he's like telling her to sell it all and help the poor.
All right, I understand. I'll be sure to take care of it.
What do you call saying? Inazuman woman is so tall. Look at the slippers they are wearing. These are the traditional slippers in Japan. And like women को ना वहाँ पे ना उनको ना क्या होता था पुराने ज़माने में they used to they had to wear those kind of shoes जो आगे से flat होता है ballerinas का होता है but it's like एक level worse. So ना तो जो लड़कियों के जो पैर होते थे ना लड़कियों के women के पैर वो ऐसे ऐसे रहते थे triangle shape में तो उनकी पूरी dislocate हो जाती थी toes और fingers, toe fingers जो होती हैं पूरे. So look at this type of shoes they had to like practice from child when they were kids to wear these kind of shoes. Like balance करना समझ रहे हो? Look at that. That's why they're tall. Yeah. I mean they're like average height only but they wear these things. Like इसने भी normal shoes पहने heels पहने but it's not as big as that one. So you can see that. You wear high heels. I don't wear any kind of heels, man. ये वाले heels भी नहीं पहने मैंने मेरे को आता नहीं है. मैं तो इनका बता रही हूँ like जापान में it's so cruel. तो like अभी भी तुम जाओगे वहाँ पे like if you find people like who are very old, you will see like उनके जो feet है वो ऐसे हैं इस triangle shape में beauty standard पे रहने के लिए. और एक और कुछ ब्यूटी स्टैंडर्ड था जापान में दैट दे हैड टू लाइक यू नो पेंट देयर फेस वाइट एंड जिन जो टीथ होता था उनको ब्लैक पेंट करना होता था. सो दिस इज ऑल लाइक वेरी medieval Japan and now it's all uwu and anime and I don't know.
You must be here to investigate the Kaedehara clan's belongings. Madam Kujo's already informed me of the situation. Please come this way.
Kazuha doesn't need a home. He already lives in heart of many people. That's true. The Shrine Maidens are pretty happy about their culture. I mean, they have been raised like that, Kaito, so I don't think that it's about their happiness or something. Japanese culture is very weird. RP खेलो कभी. Kazuha is a pirate. Yeah,
the Kaedehara clan's belongings are stored in this warehouse. Unfortunately, the item... However, I have clearly... I'll be waiting for you at the...
Kazuha.
Yes.
वो स्टोरी नहीं है बाकी वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट छोटे हैं. चलो अच्छी बात है एक स्ट्रीम पे हो गए. कौन मेरे को बोल रहा था 3-4 स्ट्रीम लगेंगे.
Whoa.
Yes. I was taking a closer look just now and noticed a large piece of dirt caught in the fabric fiber. The soil is deeply embedded into... Because this is... Let me think.
Albedo, see...
Talk to everyone.
There must be some around here somewhere.
Leaves are weird, not Japanese culture. Japanese culture is different.
Do you see all
Leaves
these
are
pots
different.
here?
Hey!
Japanese culture is more than...
I merely jest, of course.
Well, Paimon doesn't really
I
get
don't know
why
when it
Kazuha
became a
told
sound.
Sarah
It used
sell
to
all
be a
these
face.
belongings. What if we don't end up finding
Like
anything
cat
today?
face.
Then what?
I know
Now
you
it's
are
a
worried
sound
about
people
Kazuha.
make, even though
But
they
if
have
you
no
ask
idea
me,
what that is.
he is strong since Kazuha made such a request to Sarah. That indicates he's already made his choice. No, not in. Leave the things.
Shut up, Auntie.
What did you find, Shinjo?
I found quite the pile. These books here are all related to smelting steel. And these... I skimmed through them. Oh, it's you.
Oh.
I'm afraid not. The blade on the sword...
Let Paimon see! Oh, there seems to be a couple. Paimon can imagine.
I will continue investigating here and call...
Everyone, I found something that you should all have a look at.
You warehouse in.
Oh, seems Kazuha discovered something. Let's go see what he's got.
It's pretty empty.
This flower pot was in my house for a long time. I heard that it was left behind by my great-grandfather.
Yeah, the plants seem to have been dead for a while now.
Well, after my great-grandfather stopped studying the forging arts, he picked up the hobby of keeping bonsai plants. Most of his prized plants were given to others once he became seriously ill. But he specifically left behind this dead plant at the time, and even instructed my grandfather not to throw it away in his will. My grandfather deeply regretted that he never managed to reconcile with my great-grandfather, so he left the plant exactly as it was. But now that I think about it, my great-grandfather could very well have left it behind for other reasons.
Now that you mention it, this flower pot is kinda suspicious.
Yes. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
We finally found something! It's only a bunch of blank paper. Do you think someone already discovered the compartment and swapped the contents?
No, I do not think that is the case here. See the paper? It's quite yellowed, which means it's very old.
You mean to say that...
Yes,
Okay!
There is a pond outside the police station.
Trojan horse owning country.
Well, how did it go? Those weren't...
Just as everyone guessed, after I sprinkled some water onto the paper, writing did indeed begin to appear on it.
Oh? What does the letter say?
It is. I'll tell you what my great-grandfather knew at the time, but before that, I wish to take you somewhere. Everyone?
Standards बढ़ाओ छोरा, standards. Follow Kazuha. Silly. आई जाना, thank you. और कैसी तबीयत है तुम्हारी आजकल? You didn't tell me. How are you feeling these days? I did not mean Gucci पूची वाले standards. Standard का मतलब ये नहीं पैसे वाली. Standard का मतलब जो bare minimum करे and उसको तुम सोचो कि like she is the best in the whole wide world. Yeah, that's what's wrong with you. अरे फाइन की नहीं कर रहा मैं कर लूँगा. I know I'm being lame. Yeah. Hello, Kitty. Rio.
Kaedehara, why did you lead us to this beach?
He's so weird. पानी पीते हुए ज़मीन स्क्रैच कर रहा है.
It is. In fact, our hypothesis, it reads, to whoever all those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission,
जल्दी पढ़ भाई.
I was not injured by one of the fleeing smiths.
It was night, and after the clues led us down to shore, I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no... This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings, and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden. That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye, myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated. Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded, and I barely escaped death myself. My hat had fortunately blunted a blow. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment. But, after noticing my appearance, he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Mila. I answered that it was my father's surname, and after my father disappeared, I was adopted by the Kaedehara family. Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence, he suddenly said, "Tell her this. My name is Kuni Kuzushi." He then turned and left.
Paramush. I don't recognize him now. छोटू सा बच्चा था वो तो 4 फुट का. चाय पी लो अभी कौन बनाएगा.
Yes.
I'm closing stream after
However,
this.
due
I'm so
to the encounter,
tired,
the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be because the perpetrator. He said, as the leader of the Kaedehara clan. Yes, unfortunate, Miss Kamisato.
If the perpetrator... I will discuss this matter with Brother
To be honest, my great-grandfather said though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words, I think what's most important for each person is not the path. Therefore, knowing that being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking and plotting to stir up more trouble, these are simply thank you all.
मैं स्पाइरल करूंगा कर देना स्पाइरल I'm closing. Thank God. Chalo guys, good night. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.